Wow. I got to wipe down somebody with a lot of pomade sitting.
Let me see if I can do this without
exactly.
bumping the skateboard, without destroying the skateboard. Here we go. All right. We're good to go. Hello, everyone. Hello. It looks like Jordan knew exactly who you were.
He does.
Josh, if I get a little bumperoo in the headphones.
1, 2.
That's great. That's good. That's good.
How are your headphones? Good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I know I'm going to have to go up.
Oh, you said a little pomade over there?
Yeah, I was on this
real
top,
greasy?
So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to wipe these down. Cleanse.
What's that? Greasy ears?
Years of abuse. I assume Chuck make the wedding.
Yeah, he made the wedding
yeah.
on time. I mean, I was there before him, but yeah. Hey, you know what? On time's on time.
He was concerned. He was like, you know what? I'm going to leave at 1.
You know what was really cool though? So I did skip the dust off because I had a wedding that day. But what was even cooler is that morning, I went and saw my nephew, who took first place in his karate tournament.
Oh,
and he showed me some photos of him with like the trophy, and it's way taller than him. He's 11.
Oh, sick.
And so that was cool. That was definitely worth skipping the show to go see him. And
did he swan kick someone?
Yeah, I mean it's intense for an 11-year-old. I mean it's pretty wild.
Yeah.
It's pretty
Are
wild.
they full gear, headgear, and stuff?
This was like more of like a demonstration type thing.
Okay.
But yeah, he's done like sparring, and that's headgear and like shin pads type thing. That he's done as well. But it's also like, think about it, like you're like 10, 11 years old. And like, go spar this person. You're like, what?
What is happening?
Why am I being forced to fight another child?
Some wouldn't just, they embrace it and turn ravage. Like, wait,
yeah.
I can do this?
Yeah. So, but yeah, it was cool. Yeah, overall, I mean, the wedding was good. We had a good time. Can't complain.
Some of the articles.
Some of the articles for what?
That are just people's opinions out in public. Why coilovers are more work than shocks and springs. Like, this is an article that's just...
I mean...
Like,
see, I told you this week was rough.
They're reaching.
This week was rough. Yeah, I mean there wasn't too much going on in the world of automotive news. It's a pretty quiet week.
Yeah.
Is Matt Wood jumping there? Oh, Matt Wood is there. Matt Wood, this is your skateboard at the end of the table.
Your deck.
It's a deck.
I just wanted to say deck.
You'll be ready to, or you'll be available to, or not available, not ready. You'll be able to pick this up on Sunday.
Yeah.
So that was handmade by yours truly.
Blood, sweat, tears.
No, it's pretty easy actually. Wasn't too bad. I expected it to be worse. Yeah, see?
Custom hand job.
Yeah.
It's exactly.
By yours truly.
Yeah. Don't give those out for free.
Let's see.
Everybody in the chat, thank you very much for joining us, just like you did last week. Last week was, I don't know what happened. Can anybody in the chat explain what happened last week? I mean, were you guys all very excited for the potential mariachi band in studio that much? Is that what it did?
I think
Is that what did it?
Potential mariachi band, yeah. I mean,
or eventual mariachi band, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, we'll get there.
Yeah.
No matter what. So I think it's just a matter of time. We'll find out later. Let's see. Do I have anything saved of any decency?
Tim Connors, we all smoked crack at 6:45. All right, I get it. Guys just handing it out after that. Shook said he hit a bunch of traffic at 6:47.
Okay.
In fact, I will recite this word for word. We are past the 30 seconds, I believe, on YouTube Live, so that we can say this. Hit more traffic than Pam Anderson's pussy in 2001. It's just... That's
All right. I guess that'll work.
yeah. So I'm sure he's still digging through it.
I'm sorry to hear that. Where did he hit the traffic?
I don't know.
Well, I'm just wondering, did he hit the traffic like
I'd assume,
45 minutes out?
I'd assume when he got, because I asked him, he was already like on his way when I asked him about food. So
Yeah.
You know Shook, Cody?
I don't actually.
Okay.
Let's keep it that way. Let's see. Yeah,
Craziest one you've seen was like $30,000 worth of Twitch subs in one night. That had to have been like a gamer girl. TDs,
Yeah.
right? I'd assume.
Yeah,
Something.
I don't know. Like the Twitch gamers they're making
It's ridiculous. There was a
real
thing I seen that somebody made $200,000 by
showing their butthole.
well, that too, but like redubbing TikTok promos. Like
Okay.
they use the TikTok duoing, whatever it's called. Use the TikTok promo on one side, and they were just agreeing and like had the product and were showing, and it just yielded them $200,000.
TD said it was 3 dudes.
Wow.
I hope these 3 dudes can raise.
Yeah, seriously, if we get half of that, I'm in. God. What game were they playing?
Yeah.
Intern bathwater. The sub train.
Jordan.
You already know.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody. You tell everybody that.
Jordan sent me a few photos of him
Yeah,
doing
he
such.
just with like his thumbs up.
We group watch. It's weird, man. It's
Yeah.
kind of like
It sucks.
virgin orgy. Oh man.
That's seriously, Raph?
Oh, hold on. I gotta set up a mic. No. Oh no. But you don't need a mic. Yeah, you can
Yeah,
stay
yeah,
there for a
hang out
second.
for
We
a
got
bit.
like another like 3 or 4 minutes before we just let it rip.
Yeah. So T-Pain, he has that many.
What does he do? So he plays a game?
He just plays video games. He made a video the other day explaining that he makes 60 to 70K an hour on Twitch, and then that he's on the low end for that. If anything, there's people that make millions a month just off of Twitch.
Yo, should we be on Twitch?
Are
We
we
remember we started on
fucking up?
Twitch.
We did, yeah. But is the Twitch is it the pool of people? Is it the demographic? Are more people using Twitch for live stream?
I think more people use Twitch. I don't really know the exact answer, but
I know
more
the
people.
guidelines.
Yeah, you
are
can almost
looser,
show. Yeah.
are looser on Twitch. Are you familiar with this at all?
I'm honestly not.
No.
I kind of live under a rock.
Today, Twitch has over 240 million monthly active users.
Jesus.
Twitch user base versus
YouTube. Yeah, but YouTube is gonna be bigger, but it's got to be like as far as like live streaming.
I mean, we could stream to both.
Oh, at the same time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
but you
believe.
end up running 2 chats. It's too much.
Right, it gets very confusing.
Got you, homie.
Yeah, I told you, you gotta be right up on that mic.
Yeah, it drops
You're
off pretty
uncomfortably
quick.
Close to it.
Gotcha. Sorry.
Wow.
Damn
TD's
TDs.
throwing out 500 on a Twitch sub for what, dude?
Did you see a nip?
What the fuck? 500 on a Twitch sub? What do they do? Fucking boom headshot? 500?
Straight 360 no scope. Is that what's happening here?
Oh my god.
Wait, 100.
The problem, so dual stream, yes. The problem is you end up with dual chats.
Yeah, and this one's already
Unruly.
distracting enough.
Fine.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, I mean, I guess the only thing you could do is if you ran, but the thing, you'd have to.
Fair.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, peak COVID, I was spending my money on wild stuff. I was trying to buy a monkey. We were like,
I was like Dave Chappelle when he won the lottery.
Oh,
Yeah,
dude,
no,
I'm
peak
buying that baby
COVID, I was
cash.
just spending way too much money on toilet paper.
up.
You found
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, premium.
Toilet paper. I was not. I was like, I got a hand. I'll figure it out. I was just, what kind of meat can I ship? Oh, you know the Gold Belly.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh my God, you're getting
we were
food from
going.
everywhere.
We were going buck on Gold Belly. Oh, we were going wild. I told you I was buying a pizza from a different place every single day and eating it.
Yeah. I'm still into buying a cow, by the way.
Yeah, you can buy a cow.
Yeah.
Do you know how much meat that is?
Oh yeah, and it's like I seen a photo of it, or no, a video. Dude had a whole chest,
Yeah.
like top to bottom, stacked.
Yeah, like if a whole cow is too much, I think for my family, your family, whatever, because then you run the risk of not being able to actually consume it all before it goes bad.
Yep.
I was about to say we should do another one of those.
Oh, an E series. There we go. I think we get the guy to talk to about it.
Absolutely.
And then I think like I could do a quarter cow would be good.
Yep.
Half cow I think would just be too much.
Yep.
And we're doing a quarter cow. Are you getting butt or upper?
There's some chuck in there.
Yeah, that's a good question. That's a really good question, actually. I wonder if they can mix match a little
Yeah.
something. Because
Beef
really based
butt,
on
beef
like
front.
poundage.
Hmm.
But all right, well,
I'm gonna just text it one more time just to see
Yeah.
how far he is.
yeah, I haven't heard the door chime go off.
I'm gonna go back to hiding then.
You should call him live.
That's not a bad idea.
See what he has to say.
I don't know what he's driving, because he did say if it's not raining, the purple people eater would be here. And it's not raining. I see no rain in the forecast.
Oh, there'll be some excuse. This is a real post on Reddit right now that Andrew just sent me. How to change a tire, what tool to remove, what are these style lug nuts even called? And they're the plastic like little caps that go over the lug nuts on a Volkswagen.
All right, yeah, he's still
At least, all right. So at least the original, like the original OP, the original poster
the OP,
says,
yeah.
"God, I feel so damn dumb. I'll be surrendering my license to the police department tomorrow morning." At least you own it. Like, yeah, all right,
they
that was
admit,
dumb.
Yeah,
That was really
you
dumb.
done fucked up.
Those things are a pain in the ass to remove, though.
Yeah, you get a little hook.
Yeah.
They make the when you pop them out.
Yeah, or it came with, especially with Volkswagen,
Little-
it
It
came
comes with a
the little-
removal tool. He's
yeah.
still where?
He just got into Rhode Island.
Jesus.
He said he hit traffic in
I mean, turn around.
Middletown, Mystic.
So he's still like 40 minutes away.
Yeah,
All right,
I think.
sweet.
Yeah, well, it'll probably time out pretty good.
Watch him walking through the door right now.
No,
That'd be great. All right, I'm gonna.
yeah, you can prepare that. Let me hit record on this. Record on this. All right, I thought he was over there. I think he's going to use the facilities.
Well, we wait.
Yep.
Here's the lovely voice of Josh.
Well, I'm going to look up half cow pricing.
I'm taking a guess, $1,600.
You're pretty accurate. 1,700, 2,400,
I was right on it.
not including shipping, depending upon. Oh, actually, this pricing was from December 2022. It's not going to be accurate anymore.
Oh.
Yeah, it's probably
Imagine
double.
just UPS showing up with like half a cow with a label stuck to it.
Let's see what cuts. If you choose boneless steaks, you get fillets and New York strips. I mean, I might get a freezer for here just to get, wow, even a quarter cow.
The meats are back.
It's a lot of beef. It's a lot of beef.
Beef for beef.
Beef for beef. Beef for the boys. That's it. All right, Tim Connors. That's what we need. $800, $1,200 for half cow. I'm in. Hard in. You ready?
I'm ready.
And 3, 2, 1. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I am Josh Garcia, and this is the Revival Motoring Podcast. As always, I'm joined by Corey.si.
Hello, hello.
Chuck, who is in Chi-Town, the Windy City, out there.
Chirac.
Buck. Out there doing some work stuff, so he will be back next week. Matter of fact, we have a donut meet this weekend, so you'll probably see him there if you are so inclined to join us in that donut meet. In studio today, we have Mr. Cody. Is it Benoit?
Yes.
Okay. I always... Yeah, no worries. I always question... I know how it's spelled. It looks like it should, but I had a couple of friends who were like, "Oh no, it's Benoit." I'm like, "What?"
You tell them they're wrong.
Like, no, I thought it's Benoit for like everybody.
A lot of Americans, I guess.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yes, stupid American. So he is here. We're gonna talk to him first before we get into our normal callbacks, deep thoughts, news, and all that junk.
I'm just so eager.
No, and he drove out here, so we want to save, the trip. We want to thank him for making the trip, and we want to save him some time by not sending him home at 11 o'clock at night and then making the trek back home. So we appreciate his efforts to be here, so we're going to start with that this week. Raph is also here just hanging out.
Shalom.
He wandered on in. Mm-hmm. He's just stuck here ever since.
I love when Raph's here.
I came asking for change. You just let me in.
Shook is stuck in Rhode Island somewhere. He's on his way, so I'm sure he will be here when we finish up this interview and time out and go from there. So let's get right into it. Cody, so you have been designing Assetto Corsa assets for sim stuff.
Yeah.
And the stuff you've been pumping out recently is just magical. It looks awesome, super high quality. Let's start with your story first. How did you get into developing those assets or video game design stuff in particular?
It actually started when I was, I think, like 16 or 17. My parents thought it would be good for me to have some like extra certificates and this and that.
Yep. Get right on that mic, please.
My bad.
Yeah, no worries.
To help me out with like my career later on in life.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so they gave me like a list of things that they thought I would be interested in. And so I took a class in video game development when I was like I said, 16, 17, something like that. And I've just kind of been doing it ever since.
So does it tie into your current career or
Yeah.
career choice? It does. Okay. That's cool.
In a sense.
Okay. Can you tell us what you do as a career? You don't have to get into company-wise or anything like that, but...
Yeah, no, I'm a graphic designer.
Okay. All right, so I did off mic allude to, just mention graphic design, and you did say you do that. Just don't publish that as much. So that makes sense. So that tie-in between graphic design and the video game design, obviously graphic design is 2D, right?
Right. For the most part.
How often do those two worlds collide?
Constantly.
Okay, so you can design a base design, let's just call it in terms of a car, right? The side profile of a vehicle, that is a starting point? Or I'm just so unfamiliar of how you take an asset and put it into a video game and create this
I'm fully clueless. I'm trying to piece it together.
Like our logo, for instance. You took our logo and put it on a banner that is on a fence in a world that looks like Thompson. And it looks like a banner on a fence in a world that looks like Thompson. And I know that graphic is a color or two colors and a font. And that's it. It's a flat thing, but you created it so it's not. Can you help me understand how you do that?
So I use 3ds Max for modeling.
Okay.
It's kind of hard to explain actually, but it's basically, it works like a grid.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Where it'll show you like a bunch of dots and lines, and however you move those dots is gonna shape the object.
Okay.
So
I've seen
honestly, your banner I made was like super easy. It's literally just a box.
Right, because it's just a flat. Because I've seen some other video games, let's call it the foundation to those, in those grid patterns, and you can see a rough idea of elevation changes, mountains, things like that. So that's the base structure, and then you build elements on top?
Well, to be honest, it depends on what I'm doing.
Okay.
For some things, I will make literally everything from the ground up myself.
Mm-hmm.
For cars, a lot of times I'll use either Gran Turismo or Forza models for the base, and then I'll build off of that.
Yep.
But for the tracks, I bring in Google Earth's terrain.
So that's what I was going to ask is like
Yo, hold on.
the scaling of a track, you know, there's so many variables to like.
Yeah. It's so that the tracks is really hard for me. It would be if I use LiDAR data, it would be a lot easier, but it would take a lot longer.
And you need, in typically LiDAR data, you would need somebody to actually scan the track. And because I just know for Forza and things like that, you hear about when they're developing these games, they actually have gone and scanned these tracks, which to your point is exactly what it, like, yeah, that's the most accurate you can get versus Google Earth, like you said.
Yeah. So Google Earth is only accurate up to like, I think about 150 meters. So
Okay.
A lot of what I did for Thompson was just watching any videos I could find on Thompson,
Mm-hmm.
and then just having the night style guys test it out for me over and over and tell me like, nope, you missed this. This needs to be raised. This needs to be lowered.
Yeah.
Be a pothole over here. You know, things like that, and I just kept redoing it until they were like, "This is right."
That's super cool. How Thompson in particular, how many man hours do you have into that? Estimated.
Oh man, that's hard.
Oh
A
boy.
couple hundred.
Oh
Okay.
Jesus. Okay. Yeah.
I figured it was a good amount of time. Yeah,
I'm sorry. So a couple hundred, and this was like I don't want to make this for fun.
Yeah, literally just there was the old Thompson that was already
Yep.
made by Smile Factory.
Smile Factory. Yep.
Is that the one we drove over here?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
That was the one we had.
And it just fell off, and it was just very lacking and bland, and it just performed very poorly on my computer. So I was just like, I want it to look like Thompson does. I want people to be able to drive here and be like, this is Thompson.
Just an
Yeah.
updated version. Right. Right. How does that factor in? Meaning, okay, you're pulling a lot of information from Google Earth. You're building it. How does how you build it have to play out with everybody's machines? In other words, you know what I mean? It's like not everybody's computers are going to be equal.
Right.
So you have to, I assume, walk a fine line between too high res and simple enough.
Exactly. I've been fortunate enough to be blessed with a horrible computer. So basically, I use that as like a
Benchmark.
a guide.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like if I can run it, everyone else.
Everybody else should be good. Yeah. Are there different versions of it? So let's actually kind of, Corey alluded to it, saying you did this just for fun, which you did, but you do have it available for purchase on Patreon, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. So it is out there for purchase. Just again, hey, you spent all this time and effort, so getting something back for it, there's nothing wrong with that.
Can you make sure you give him the Patreon link so we can put it there? Yeah. This way, like, if people want, they can jump on.
Yeah, just go grab it.
Link in the episode and get it from you. This way, hopefully, generate some revenue for you for your time.
Yeah, definitely.
That'd be great.
Have you? Okay, yeah, you said you went on YouTube and just used the Night Style guys because you've been to Thompson a couple times, I assume now, right?
Yeah, I've been, I don't know, probably like 10 times now.
Okay. But were you going? Did you ever go with the mindset of, all right, I'm going to doing some reconnaissance, take some pictures or anything like that? It was just kind of.
Yeah, I should have done that. Now when I look back, but yeah, no, I
Okay.
was just taking pictures of cars.
Yeah.
Have you been on track at all?
Not driving, but as a spectator.
Oh, so as a passenger?
Yeah.
Good. Okay. So
Okay.
you've got a feel, you know,
Yeah.
like, all right.
Yeah, it gives you some actual feedback of, oh, I got this right, or because Thompson in particular, it's a great track. I love the place. Can't say enough good about it. But it does have elevation changes. There's a lot going on. In particular, especially if like Clubhouse, there's some pretty significant elevation changes there. Do you feel like, ooh, this is, how do you feel about how close you got it?
To be honest, I don't know.
Okay.
Everyone that's downloaded it says I did a great job, but my ride-alongs that I've done, I'm getting thrown around the car so much.
Right.
that, like,
It's,
I can't even tell, you know what I mean,
yeah.
what's going on.
Yeah. No, that's understood. What about car stuff in particular? You started with that before. Actually, you know what? Let me take a step back. How many tracks do you have that you've designed?
Only 2, actually.
Okay. Thompson, and then what else?
The animal style is Sharking Lot.
Oh, okay. Sick. Did you start with tracks or cars first?
Cars.
Yeah.
And these are cars that would go in Assetto?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
With a car, you said you pull the general foundation from other places. Those files are readily available on the internet?
Not so much.
Okay.
They used to be.
Yep.
There was a website called Game Models RU, where it was people like me would just take models from games and upload them for other people to use.
Yeah.
Okay.
That site seems to be going through some weird updating process right now, but I have some friends that know how to hack into these games and just pull
Those
for me.
particular files. Okay. What level of detail? I mean, as far as looks, the level of detail you get down to is crazy because you put one of our air fresheners in Jordan's car and it flops around and bounces around and it's a skull driver. It's absolutely perfect. It's like, this is wild.
What can I see videos of this? I'm not gonna play the game because like I don't have a setup, but like
on his Instagram for sure. And I know Jordan was posting a bunch too.
I mute Jordan. What's your Instagram?
Lovetrain.us.
All right, sweet. I want to see what's going on here. Sweet. All right, I'm definitely gonna check this out. I'm excited. I didn't mean to interrupt.
You've
seen
awesome.
so much, and I'm like, I haven't seen anything. What are we doing here?
So detail from the looks is incredible. Do you get into any development of how it sounds, the power it makes, that sort of stuff, how it drives?
Yeah, I do. With Jordan's car, it's primarily actually done by my friend Tom.
Okay.
He's known as Death Wish Garage. He's really popular in the Assetto community.
Yep.
So for Jordan's car, we took as many pictures of his suspension as we could, and then Jordan gave me a rundown of his spring rates and his caster, like all of his specs, and then my buddy Tom actually put that into the Assetto data so it'll drive like his car.
Okay.
A lot of times I do a lot of the physics myself, but it requires an extensive knowledge of suspension that I don't have.
Yep.
So I usually use my buddy Tom for that.
Right. Just somebody to piggyback off of. Yeah. Translating that stuff. Yeah. Cause it's again, it's still difficult for me to even understand of like, oh wait, this is everything that's going into this. And, you know, we say video game, but it truly is loosely a video game because it's more sim than, you know, and how close you can get it and car setup, all that sort of stuff. It's closer. Or let me rephrase it, more than a video game, just, you know, an arcadey feel that looks similar. Like, no, there's actual thought and design and analytics that go into it.
Yeah. My goal is always to get it to look and feel as close to the real thing as I can.
Yep. What cars do you have or drive in Assetto?
I pretty much only drive Death Wish. Some of those cars are made by me, but mostly those are made by my buddy Tom. And that's mostly because I'm really big on physics. I want my cars to feel real, and he seems to be the only one that does it right.
Yeah. What are some of your favorites to drive in Assetto?
I don't want to toot my own horn here.
Yeah. No.
You toot whatever horn you want, man. Have at it.
Are they S14, S15? So are they?
To be honest, a lot of 240s.
Okay.
I used to drive a 240.
Okay.
So I make a lot of them.
No.
Okay.
Makes sense. Yeah, makes perfect sense. So as far as real world stuff, you said you used to drive a 240. What do you have current stuff? Are you setting anything up for drifting?
Right now I'm just driving a Jeep.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm saving up for. To be honest, I think I'm gonna get another Firebird.
Okay.
That's what I started with.
Yep.
And I know it sounds stupid to a lot of people, but they're super easy to drift.
Okay.
That's what I learned how to drift on, and that was with no angle kit.
Like what year?
83.
Okay, so like a bigger body style, similar to the Camaros with
Yo.
Yeah.
This is sick.
Yeah. I was gonna say it's the David Hasselhoff version.
Oh, the fire chicken?
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's awesome. That's really cool. And so you learned how to drift on one of these on an A3 Firebird. I mean, I like that. It was like this is what I use. That's what you owned at the time, right?
That's exactly.
So you're like, I'm gonna learn how to drift on this rather than go out and buy something. It's like this is what I got.
That's what I got. Yeah.
I wasn't even into drifting. I didn't even know it was a thing at the time. And I was just driving with my buddy John in the Firebird, and I was just trying to send it as hard as I could. And he was like, "Oh, you know how to drift?" And I was like, "I don't know what that is." He's like, "That's what you're doing." And I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." And then I got really into it after that. But
That's awesome. Have you made a sim Firebird?
yeah,
Okay.
I made an exact replica of mine.
Oh, fuck yeah. That's awesome. What your real car, automatic or manual?
Manual.
It was manual. Honestly, I always picture those things nothing but an automatic. That's all I've ever seen.
They mostly are.
So just like thinking of a manual one, it's just, wait, that doesn't make any sense. But no, that's awesome.
Yeah, I had the Trans Ams came with manual.
Okay.
I had, the transmission was swapped with the Trans Ams.
Okay. What are some other tracks you'd like to make? And what inspires you to make a track? Obviously, there's some tie-ins with Thompson, but
To be honest, a lot of it comes down to, and I'm horrible at it, so it sounds stupid to say, but I just like making cinematic videos and stuff like that.
yeah.
And the prettier the track, the better.
Right. So that's how you visualize it first.
Have you been to Lime Rock?
I haven't yet. I want to.
Oh yeah, dude. Please go. It's I mean, go for whatever. Like we were talking off mic, grid life for sure. But if you can get there for anything, it's just you'll understand. It's just it's in a valley. You're surrounded by large peaks. The
Trees
weather
everywhere, greenery.
There's going to be some clouds, but when they clear out, it's just like, holy crap! This is a place.
I'll come, Jordan.
There we go.
Oh, there we go. Perfect.
Jordan brings you to grid life. What's that?
I think that's kidnapping at that point.
Yeah, across state lines. Yeah, you should definitely go. Lime Rock is a beautiful, beautiful place. Thompson's so close to us. We're there often, and we really appreciate it. But I mean, Lime Rock's just like picturesque. So if you're into like the cinematic,
yeah, that's for sure.
It's hard to beat that.
I really love Thompson as well, just because there's got so much variety. You know what I mean?
It does.
There's so many different layouts.
Yep.
It blows my mind. I don't think I've seen a track with like as many layouts as Thompson has.
Yeah, they really utilize every square inch that they have, to make as much as possible.
Yeah.
And it's cool to see that year after year how it adapts and grows and gets bigger and bigger.
Yeah, it's again, kind of call it our home track, if you will. But I love being there through each season, realistically. And I'm stoked to see that place, especially with Michael Lynch, Lock City, help grow it more and more. And again, people like yourself that are designing assets like this for Assetto, I'm sure it's going to lure a bunch of people to go, after playing on that track of like, oh, wow. It in a way, I hope it kind of becomes like a bucket list place for a lot of people who drift and stuff like that. Do you take on any like commissioned work? So for instance, if somebody was like, oh, I'd really love to make my car in the game.
I've had a lot of offers. I haven't done it yet, mainly because I don't want to talk about it too much, but there's a certain project I'm working on right now.
Okay.
I want to get finished before I start doing that.
Is this a personal project?
No, it's for Thompson. I just don't want to say.
Oh, okay. No. Perfect. Yeah. No, that works.
Is it because the workload you have right now is kind of pretty high and you can't balance the both, or you don't want to take on too much?
It's exactly.
That's fair.
This project is so huge. It's probably going to take at least the next year just to finish this.
Oh, wow.
This is how I know, like, it's not something I can get involved in.
No.
Like you saying the next year, I'm just like, that's not going to happen. I'm not going to do it.
How do you, in my day job, we constantly have so many big projects or things that we need to do. So a term we often use is eat the elephant one bite at a time. how do you handle taking on a gigantic, again, Thompson?
Are you storyboard it?
Are you doing, elephant one bite at a time? Are you handling a particular section of the track first, or how does that workflow go?
Yeah. So for the tracks, that is kind of what I do. I do one bite at a time kind of thing. So I start with the elevation because that's the way it drives should be the number one priority. And then once that's done, I'll look for where there's paint lines and rumble strips, stuff like that. So adding in more details.
Yeah.
And once I know, from a driver's perspective, it feels and looks exactly how it should, then I'll start doing the fun stuff.
Right. Then you can go, add all those different elements. And what level do you take it to? So do you add like tire marks and different things like that on walls or rumble strips or things like that? Or
I used to. Now with CSP, it kind of does it on its own. It saves a tire mark, so I just
okay.
do that.
Yep.
That is honestly something I thought about, though. I should probably still do it just because it helps people that haven't driven the track know where they should be drifting.
Yep.
But yeah, I try to get as much detail as possible. But I go basically until my computer's like, all right, bro, chill out.
How taxing is it on your machine? Is it equivalent to running the game? Or actually, are you running the game in some instances at the same time as you're trying to test things out, or do you have to separate things?
Yeah, because what? I wonder what's more, creating or running the game?
Or running it. That's, yeah.
Creating it isn't really that taxing. It's once it's in Assetto and it has to load everything in.
Yeah.
Yep.
Then it's it starts freaking out, and it's there's millions of files I'm trying to read through all at once. And
yeah.
So a big chunk of the time I spend making these tracks is just optimizing them to perform better. So that it doesn't have to. I don't know how to explain it.
Think is hard to figure out what about this tree or leave, whatever.
Right. I organize it for it so it can just read right through it.
And do what it wants to do. How many different programs do you use when you're designing this stuff?
I use Photoshop, 3ds Max, a program called Racetrack Builder. That's where I get the base elevation from Google.
Yep.
You said, from that's where you pull it from Google?
And then K's Editor, which is how you turn it into the actual track for Assetto.
Okay.
That's so Assetto can read it.
Oh, so you've got, just monetarily, subscriptions or software prices, all that stuff, there's a decent amount.
I'm supposed to.
Yeah, well, whatever. But it doesn't matter for
Yeah.
anything. It's a costly. This isn't a cheap thing. You're not drawing something up. It's not like a pencil and paper. There's a lot that goes into this.
Yeah, no, definitely.
I can't even wrap my head around it.
What are some of your biggest blunders, and how often have you lost stuff?
That is my biggest blunder.
Okay.
Is not backing up my stuff. I have multiple backup drives and an external hard drive.
Yep.
At the ready, and I'm somehow that dumb that I never use them.
Oh man!
And I think 3 or 4 times now I've lost everything. This actually just happened last week. I lost a bunch of my models. Fortunately, they were all pretty meh anyways.
Yep.
So it's okay.
You just gotta get into the Control S over and over and over.
Yeah.
Every time you do something, Control S.
So that's what it is. So with 3ds Max, it saves it as a scene, and it saves it in your documents. So if anything happens to your computer, you have to restore your computer. All that's gone.
Right.
So I need to start.
Can you change that file, that location?
That's exactly. I need to start moving that somewhere else.
Right. Yeah. Just move it. Yeah. To a different.
Yeah, because anything gets dropped in that folder just gets cloned to an external of some sort.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Just create some sort of redundancy just in case.
Have a network drive in the house somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Full Tom Green level.
Full NAS box everywhere.
There's that, and then a similar issue or mistake I make a lot is same thing with cars. It's so hard to explain how this works. But when you're working on a car,
Mm-hmm.
the model that you're working on isn't necessarily the model that's in Assetto. And if you unpack the one in Assetto, it'll overwrite the model you're working on.
Oh, I think that's your.
Oh my God! What is?
Corey,
Shame on me.
Corey somehow
You're
I
got
did just like
ad.
some random ad just started playing on this
Did
webpage.
what it's
All right.
want.
That's my bad. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt.
You're good. But
So you're saying
yeah.
like a one will overwrite the other?
right. So like let's say I'm working on a car in 3ds Max, and then I go out for a cigarette, come back in, and forget that what I was just doing, and
Yeah.
I hit unpack again. Then it just deletes all the work I just did, and I have to do it over again.
Oh.
Right, because it wants to default to what it knows, the Assetto version versus yours.
Exactly.
Huh. There's been a lot of stuff teased for the next Assetto. I think Assetto themselves have put out a teaser. What do you do for that? Do you just hope and pray your stuff works on it? Are you ready to adapt as it comes out? Because I'm sure there's going to, again, as you were just saying, with it wants to default to its own stuff. Can you be prepared for that?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I know some of the people that are helping make that.
Okay.
So I know some of the things that they're gonna make possible for it.
Yep.
And I know that open mod support is something they're heavily want in,
I-
in the new one.
I was going to say that I have to assume, just from seeing the communities built around it, they have to, be welcoming of it, because that's I know Assetto because everybody said, "Oh, drive sim on Assetto." So it's just, you know what I mean. It just should hopefully translate pretty easily for them.
I mean, they should embrace that.
Exactly, just be
Yeah.
welcoming to it.
I think they have such a community to like out there using their product, and you have people like yourself who are bringing just more people into that community using their product.
Yeah.
It only benefits them if they would kind of fold you or people like you and yourself into that and
Yeah,
make
they
it
actually-
possible.
The guy that makes CSP and Content Manager,
Mhm.
they hired him for Assetto 2 or Evolution, whatever they call it.
Yep.
Just because of so much he's done for the community.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, so however they do it, I'll absolutely adapt to it.
Yep.
I'm assuming it's going to be pretty much the same as it is as far as the modding goes.
Yep. Would you ever see yourself working for or directly in the game design world?
Yeah, if I was asked to, that was never really my goal,
Right.
but yeah, I would.
Really? Well, I mean, I imagine there's got to be a pretty healthy market out there for like game designers. I think about like projects like Grand Theft Auto, right? This new Grand Theft Auto, whatever. Like how long they must work on a project like that. And to me, it always seemed insane that
Yeah.
it took that long. But now it's like,
Yeah.
I sit down and talk to you. I'm like, oh, it's insane that it only took that long.
Yeah,
right?
That's what I was gonna say.
And
A lot
how
of
big
people
the
don't
team
get
must
that.
be in order to make it happen in that short. What I thought was a monumental amount of time now seems like just like no time at all.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, when you built Thompson, was it just solely you working on it? Was it you and like some friends who were all to do it? I know you'd mentioned some other people like that help with car stuff, but was Thompson just like a?
No, Thompson was just me. I did use a couple of the assets from the old one,
Mhm.
just out of laziness, to be honest. I didn't feel like remodeling the bleachers because it's like,
No, I
Right,
mean, no,
right,
you know what I
right.
mean?
Well, that's not like you said, that wasn't like a driving part of it. You know,
Yeah.
like it's a visual representation, which is cool, which is one thing, but the driving part of it is kind of more what you're trying to fix.
Yeah, you focused on the very important stuff.
Yeah.
And then
How?
oops, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no worries. It's kind of the same thing, right? How do you like determine the texture on the pavement and the resistance the tire's going to have? You know what I mean? It's like that sort of stuff. How do you even get into that?
It's based on just how it looks and feels, I guess, really.
Okay.
You know, I don't drift at tracks very often, but I've drifted quite a bit, and I understand what it should feel like.
You can get a similar, yeah.
Right. As far as like the textures and stuff, I look at pictures and videos and just try and get it to look as close as I can.
Yep.
But yeah, that's the goal, is just to make it look as close to real life as I can get it. I'm not the best at it, obviously, but I try.
I mean, you're just from the video, you're pretty damn good. So you should, be proud of what you've made
Yeah,
thus
give yourself
far.
a little pat on the back.
You mentioned using Photoshop. What do you use Photoshop for? Is that textures and all that sort of stuff?
Yep, any kind of designs, like I don't know if you saw, but I have like the Lock City schedule out there.
Yep.
All that stuff. Even the grass, the sand, the dirt, pavement, that's all done in Photoshop.
Really?
It's crazy. It's crazy. How do you, man, there's just so many, the more I think of it, like, how do you determine where the grass is? How do you tell it? This is so like fucking boomer.
No, these are like all the, like, I'm thinking to myself, like, how do you make the fence?
Right.
Like,
yeah. Or tell it where to put the grass and the track and not on top of each other.
Yeah, that's that part comes into coding. So because of CSP and everything that's made Assetto capable of, I can just basically code it to tell it, look for green, that's grass. If it's not green, it's not grass.
Okay.
And just generate grass anywhere where it's green.
Okay.
As far as like the fences and stuff like that, I have to model all that.
And put them right. Because that's another fascinating thing to me, is scaling everything. Again, because you're scaling it off the vehicle plus you know what I mean? It's like, it's a very important aspect of.
Well, that's one thing that's a little bit easier because Google does that for you.
Okay.
Google, as far as elevation, they're not very accurate, but as far as scaling, they're pretty spot on.
Okay.
It's not perfect, but it's good enough.
Yeah. So like within, right. It's like you said, 110 meters or whatever it was. And then, I'm sure it gives you the coordinates of, yep, here's where it is. Yeah, I can see how, because it's a lot, or it's very numerical, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
So besides the big project that you're working on, what do you do for fun? Is this truly, like, you have your day job, but is this where you are? Is this just, yep, I'm, going to be in the Matrix for the rest of the night, and this is my enjoyment?
That's pretty much it. That's what I do to calm down.
Okay.
You use a monitor, or you use like
I use both.
a headset?
I use VR
Really?
and a monitor, yeah.
How many monitors you got? You're more than one monitor guy.
I got 3.
Yeah. I knew it. All right. So first, like, I jump on Josh sets the sim rig up over there. We get it going. I get in. First thing I want to do is I want to drive into a wall to see if I can drive through it. How do you make it? Like, how do you make it so a car can't go through like a wall? Or this sounds insane. I get it, but like, or a fence or whatever.
That all comes down to what you name the object. Actually, Assetto is set up in a certain way where it reads the names of things and has like pre-built codes within the game engine to respond accordingly. So if I can literally just name, like, I can name a fence wall, and it will react as a wall.
Okay.
Okay.
And if I really want to go into detail and change that with some other coding, like tire walls are obviously softer. So I could name it tire wall, and then it doesn't have a code set up for tire walls, but I could tell it what that should do.
The parameters.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So it has like more give, the way it would react.
Right, bounce off of it, make it softer, whatever.
Do you think we live in a simulation?
I think life would be a little more fun if we did.
I don't know, man. It looks like you're having a good time. You're making some cool stuff. I don't know.
It's pretty fun.
It's wild.
Are there any other games?
How do I know we're not coded if I drive into the wall? It's just a wall.
That's true.
Good way to find out.
It's wood. Wood.
Yeah. Like, how do I know?
Bubblegum. Nothing.
Do you? Are there any other games you mod?
I used to mod BeamNG Drive when it first came out.
Yep.
And same thing with Car X Drift Racing when that came out.
Okay.
Nowadays, no.
Okay.
I just do Assetto.
Yep.
What made you just kind of just go, I'm just doing Assetto now?
The physics.
The physics, okay.
They were just that good. I was like, there's no need to do anything else.
Right.
I just want to drive and not have to spend $100,000 to do it.
Yeah. So you had mentioned like getting all the information from Jordan's car. So spring rates and caster, you routed off a bunch of stuff. Do you input that somewhere?
Yeah, that's all in. So there's a data folder for each car,
Okay.
and there's aero files, drag.
Jesus Christ, I didn't even think it right. That just the how the airflow of the vehicle, just in
I'm
general.
thinking he's asking for like suspension so he can make like the wheels sit right or whatever, like visually. But
No,
then-
these are driving dynamics. It's crazy.
Yeah, it says actual like suspension geometry and everything.
So you're inputting for like drag coefficient and all that?
Like I said, for Jordan's car, all that was done by my buddy Tom. I don't
Okay.
take credit for that.
But you understand like what he's doing, right? To create that and like the data he's using.
Yeah, he's just much better at it.
Yeah, no. Listen, Dave,
No,
you're much better at making games than I am, so that's why you're doing it. You know,
I was gonna say it takes a team to create all this stuff. It's just like what your medium and focus is on, and it's perfect. Again, the same thing for like motor stuff. It's just like because you get into, I'd imagine, torque delivery, how things are delivered, how the power is delivered, that sort of stuff, right? Because it's all, and even the like dashboards and stuff like that. That's what I found pretty fascinating too. Is just a lot of the cars we've downloaded previously. You do that in-car view, and it's pretty damn accurate. Are those based off pictures as well?
Yep. Yeah, I had Jordan send me literally hundreds of pictures, and
yeah, he's got them.
and yeah, I tried to get every little detail I could. He since changed some stuff and added some things in that I'll probably add in before I release it.
Yeah.
But
how fast? So those add-ins, and those slight changes, just on a general scale, how fast can those be input? Are you spending a couple days on them, couple hours?
For the ones I'm gonna need to do for his car, it's probably gonna add at least a day or two.
Wow. Okay.
I want to remodel his whole dash mat entirely.
Yeah.
I noticed there's like certain cuts in places, so like if the airbag goes in, it fucking.
Dude,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So add that. Then he added in a night style patch on there as well. I wanna add that in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you show this much attention to detail with other stuff in your life? Or is it truly like this is what you're honed in on?
This is kind of like my art.
Okay, fair. Yeah, no. It just because again, you can tell you're excited and get excited to like, oh no, I missed that. I can add that and make it better.
Yeah. I don't know. Something about it is just satisfying to me.
Yeah.
See, again, I know I sound like I'm tooting my own horn, but to look at other people's work and then look at mine, I'm like, did a good job.
Yeah. That's good.
And
that's good.
that's okay. You're just progressing and pushing, and again, it's fascinating because we know there's whole game studios and game houses that are creating great stuff, but it's just you, and you rely on a buddy as well to make sure things are right, driving wise and car spec wise, sure, but like it's just you and 3 monitors making this a reality or a simmed reality.
Yeah, it's just fun for me, honestly. There's no motivation other than I just like to do it.
Which I was going to say, once again, everybody, we will link your Patreon and stuff like that. So go check out. It's just the Thompson up there right now, right? For purchase?
Yeah.
Okay. Hopefully you get some other stuff up there so you can, keep progressing and just that'll, I'm sure, help push you.
Yeah, I'll be doing a lot of free stuff as well. The Thompson one I wanted to make a little money on because it was just genuinely, I think that's the best work I've ever done.
Yeah.
You should. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
It's
no,
deserving
that's
of it.
awesome. And again, it's going to be something that hopefully hundreds or thousands of people get to enjoy and spend a lot of time in there. Again, it truly is kind of a tool or an asset for a driver, just familiarizing themselves with a track. And the closer that is, the better, they can understand what they're walking into. Just like that guy walking in the room with a Slim Jim. Shook. A truck that's not ours?
That's me.
Okay.
Is it white?
Is there a person in it?
Is it blue?
Is it white? Yeah, that's me.
Oh, okay.
I am here.
He is you.
Do you have Any other hobbies you do to kind of soak up your time?
I have too many.
Too many?
I play guitar. I do anything art related.
Guitar,
at
art.
all.
Okay. I can,
Draw.
yeah.
I see you do some photography.
Yeah, a little bit. I'm horrible at it. But snowboard, skateboard, BMX.
Oh, you really get after it.
Like,
Jesus.
I do everything.
Good for you. Jesus.
Well, Cody, thank you very much for coming to hang out. We appreciate you making the drive to get here. Like you said, we said, you're welcome to hang out. We understand if you want to get home because you have a lengthy drive back. So we appreciate you making the effort. Again, tell everybody where they can find you one more time. Give us your Instagram, any Patreon, any that
Literally
sort of-
anywhere people can find you.
Yeah.
My Instagram is lovetrain.us. And to be honest, that's pretty much all I ever post on.
Okay. So
Uh,
lovetrain.us. I gave that a follow because I want to check out the stuff going on.
and your Patreon, what is that?
You got to
Is
send
it-
me the link.
yeah, you can send me the link.
We'll post it.
Is there anywhere other than finding your Instagram and potentially Patreon, like is there anywhere somebody can search for Thompson where that might come up? Just out of curiosity, if we can lead them that direction as well, or tell them to search something.
I'm honestly not sure.
Okay, fair enough. We'll make sure we put the link in the description as well, and we'll post tomorrow a couple times if we can.
Yeah, make sure
For
we
sure.
get it up there.
Yeah.
So actually, let me see the patreon.com/lovetrainus. There you go. I just jumped on your page here. So same as your Instagram, just minus the dot. So people will be able to find it for sure. That's awesome. I'm excited. I'm excited to just see what this is all about.
It's cool. Yeah, I want to get our sim back up and running,
Yeah.
so we can add this and have
Yeah,
some
I'm
fun with
interested
it.
to check it out, see what it's all about.
Actually,
Yeah, definitely.
I have one question.
Fire away, Ralph.
Yeah, no, please.
What is a dream car you want to put into a setup?
That's a good one.
Like anything.
That is a real tough one.
Oh, I had to think about that one.
Get right on the mic when you think of it.
Top 5 right now. Shoot it off.
All right. It's gonna sound real dumb, but probably like an '85 Coupe de Ville.
85
Okay.
Coupe de
One
Ville.
of my favorite cars all the time. I love those.
Okay. So that's something you'd want to just build like a model of.
Throw some switches on it.
All right. Okay.
Just 3-wheel.
How do we input hydraulics into?
Oh, I've got a lowrider pack in the
Oh,
setup.
Jesus
No,
Christ.
of course. What was I going to say? Oh, that's what was kind of made me think of another question after the fact. So that vehicle, right, the DeVille. How many pictures do you think you would need to accurately recreate that?
At least 100.
Okay,
Oh my God.
all right. It's a little less than I had anticipated.
It's
It's
Five.
less than you
Well,
anticipated.
because he was saying he asked Jordan to give him just hundreds of pictures of his dash.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
it just I can only imagine the level of
his is a very unique and I don't know how to explain it.
accessorized, very
Yeah.
unique elements.
eccentric.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Whereas the Coupe de Ville, I could just go on Google. And
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
That's
would bring
yeah.
a trailer auction, and it's gonna have everything there for you.
Yeah.
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 I get that.
Again, thank you very much for joining us. Ladies and gentlemen, in the chat, we're going to continue on with our normal show while Cody gets out of here and gets comfortable. But thanks, man. Hopefully, we'll see you at Lock City pretty soon. We'll be sure to post all your stuff tomorrow.
Absolutely.
Cool, man.
You guys are having me.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.
Fishman, thank you so much.
Of course. You guys having me tonight?
Everybody in the chat, how's it going? We're going to swap
Man,
out.
drive
Never
safe.
get shook. Yeah, that door's open, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so he's all good.
Yeah, I'll give it like 5 minutes to get up and go.
What do you double it up? What is this, meat and cheese?
Meat and cheese, baby.
I
Oh my fucking
He's been there
god!
for 2 minutes.
Yeah, have at it.
yeah.
Yeah, shit all over it.
hard to
That was
match.
not with skateboard.
I also offered you food or said like, hey, we're gonna grab food. You're
Yep.
like, nah, I'm good. Let me eat this meat and cheese stick.
Yeah, dude, got a little gobble go.
Gobble go.
Passes out in like a minute or two.
Yeah, the gobble go to the store,
Yeah, baby.
go in your pants. All right, let's get right into it.
If you'd like to leave a callback number, press 2.
We're gonna hit some callbacks. Let's start right from the top. Shook, you went drifting this past weekend.
No, I didn't. Yes,
Yeah,
I
you
did.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch.
That's right. That's right. I did.
How'd the car perform?
Let me just snap into a Slim Jim. Oh yeah. Great. I can't really hear because I just drove in it for 2 hours.
You drove the.
Yeah.
It's here.
I was
Wow.
stuck in traffic. Fucking. Guy next to me is just looking at me. I'm like, fucking breaking my fucking neck.
Yeah.
Solid mounts on a low pecan, man. It's just with no power.
Yeah.
It's just like, why you do that? I don't know. Fucking know.
So you went Durfton.
I went Dorfton. Yeah. It was sick. I'm trying to think of anything notable that happened. I mean,
the most notable thing I think we can talk about was that your winter upgrades performed well.
yeah.
There we go. That's a big plus.
The whole power steering thing. If I can, if you're listening, and you're planning on doing a high pressure power steering line, do not try to make it out of PTFE.
I think that's like a.
It's
thing.
not a well known thing because you can.
Well, you can make anything out of anything, right?
Well, yeah,
I can take
sure.
garden hose.
So one end of my line worked fine.
Mm-hmm.
The other end, no. Just kept spraying out of all the fittings. Now, granted, I didn't use a super high quality fitting.
Mm-hmm. Was the other end closer to a heat source or anything odd like that?
No, they're both 45s. Cut the fucking shit correctly how you're supposed to. Peeled line back, put the fitting in, a little knurled fitting.
Mm-hmm.
It just leaked.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, all over chassis harnesses floor.
Yeah.
So shout out to Sean. It literally, we turned it on. It sounds like a jet engine. We're laughing. He's like, all right, try steering it left and right. So I go left. He's like, oh, it's spraying. And it just like, it looked like Kill Bill, like blood.
Right, the crazy 88
Like,
scene. Yeah.
I
Oh,
was
right,
like,
right,
oh,
right.
shit.
Right.
So he's incredible for helping.
He's a great dude.
Yeah. Just, he knew exactly what to do.
Yep.
He just did it.
Yep.
He helped me out with that. And then Nils with the bash bar and mounting the power steering stuff. Couldn't just
Jills is the best. I've said this multiple
dude,
times.
everything everybody is so good to me, to be honest. And Nils is great. Like I just mark something up and leave it and he'll do it.
Yep.
And same with Joven and chassis harnesses have been huge. And I mean, like right before this drift event, I needed tires. The power steering wasn't wired, hooked up, the bash bar, and it was just like, and the Sequoia. So it was like, register the Sequoia, borrowed a trailer. I had a Friday off. I texted Sean. I'm like, hey, you have time today? He's like, I do. Perfect. Go there, come back. Everything. It's just like one after the other, knocked them all out, and then got the tires done the day before Lock City, got them in and mounted them and balanced them. And I'm telling Britt the whole time, like, I don't know if I'm going to make it. She's like, all right, well, just let me know. And sure shit, like Friday afternoon, I'm like, I have everything done.
Yep.
So I guess we're going tomorrow. And it was just like ad hoc. And it was just like one of the best days drifting I've ever had.
I mean, you look pretty good out there.
I was just fully to the floor.
Your backside.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen some backsides.
It hurts right now. I just drove 2 hours on it.
Your backside looks pretty good on the back end of Thompson over there.
What a humbling experience the back straight is.
And the great part is you had a bunch of people calling you a pussy.
Yeah. Fiance
worked.
included.
Perfect.
I pulled up to Zach and I'm like, how am I supposed to do this? And he's like, you go fast. I'm like, I'm going to try second gear entry. He's like, okay. Got to the corner. I was like, oh, nope, not doing that. And then I got to the bank in the back, like in the bowl
Yep.
where them left-hand turns are made all the time.
Yep.
And I'm like, this is fucking terrifying. No way I'm drifting this. So and then I do like, I don't know, maybe like 7 or 8 laps. And I'm like, I don't think I could do this. And I pull up next to Zach and I'm like, dude, I don't understand. Like, I don't understand what the fuck I'm supposed to do. He's like, you have to go faster. Stop being a pussy. And Britt's like, stop being a pussy, dude.
And she's riding passenger at this time.
Yeah.
Right?
So she pulls out the phone. She's like, fucking send it. So first, second, third, I'm like literally like, I think I want to say it was like 70 or 80 miles an hour.
Yep.
And you just turn the wheel and floor it. Because you don't have to clutch kick entry. You're like going
Are
so
you
fast.
Flicking it like, are you?
Don't even need to.
Okay. You're just
The
going.
car just like straight into it.
Yep.
And you're like just going so fucking fast. It feels like like the Fast and Furious nitrous scenes. That's the best way I can. And I mean, from the video, like even Kyle Reddy took the video of it, and he's like screaming. He's like, "Oh, you got that!" And I'm like, foot to the floor, like screaming. I was literally screaming in the car, like I don't know what the fuck's going on. And then by the end of the day, like those last 3 laps where I like really was getting the hang of it, I went into that fucking. I made it all the way into the straight for the bowl, but not quite. So that's like the next part of the link that I have to figure out.
Yep.
There's like a perfect line I have to take. That speed bowl, dude, if you hit that fucker going fast and just mat it in third, what a trip.
Yeah. How's
It is the best part of the track.
how's tire wear
On the wall?
on that section?
So I drove...
Or just running that, that back section.
A lot of people are saying it eats tires.
Okay.
I don't really know. I was like literally peg third gear fucking FD smoke. Like,
Well, that's why I was curious. It's just, that speed that I have to assume you're going to.
yeah, that bank was... you just have to do it.
Yeah.
It's so fucking cool. It's so cool.
I mean, it looks awesome.
I sucked a cone in at like 70. It was in the middle of the line, and Lynch was like, "Don't hit the seam because we don't want to fuck the seam up." And I didn't want to go high because I was scared of the wall. So I was just like, "I'm hitting this cone. That's it." And it was like, boom. I just watched it fly out. I'm like, I hope it didn't fuck my car up. Nothing.
It was fine.
But yeah, that shit's fun. Dude, I don't know. Tire wear, I went through like 75% of my PHIs, but I didn't drive like every single heat.
Yep.
I took 2 off. So however many there are for A, and I left around 3.
I mean, that's pretty good getting most of a day on one set in that car. Lots, you know what I mean? That's
I mean, they look like Rhode Island roads now. Like they're potholed.
Right.
Like, they choke to fuck.
Yeah.
So
do you have anything for cooling, or are you just rolling through puddles right now?
No, nothing.
Are you
actually
even doing that?
I didn't even check the tire pressure. And when I decided to call it was when I noticed that the tires were like not really hooking anymore. I'd done like a bunch of Clubhouse, and I went out with
I was gonna say you were driving with Cameron.
Yeah, NPR Cameron.
Yeah.
And he pulled up behind me and he just throws a 2, and I like pointed to myself and he gave a thumbs up, and I was like, yeah, fuck it, let's do it. Because I'm leading.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I could spin. I mean, I drove really good all day. And of course, when we went out and I'm leading, I spun coming up the hill to exit.
Yep.
I was so stoked on my lead run.
You just lost focus.
I was like, I'm going to fucking send it up this hill around this corner. And I got a little overzealous. And it spun. And I'm looking at him. And then I see Yuki. And he goes flying through the fucking grass to like avoid us. And I was like, my bad, guys. But yeah, dude, that was sick too.
Oh, it's awesome. I'm glad you got out there. Looking pretty good out there. Yeah. Nice to see you getting more and more comfortable. Good that the rig is being shaken down. Yeah. Holding up.
Very surprised that there were 0 leaks. No power steering issues. Everything just worked. I had to replace. I also got an alignment too in the final hour. I don't know how I forgot this, but shout out to Trevor Root.
Big shout to Trevor Root. 3rd place. Gambler.
3rd place gambler, yeah. Yeah. 1st place in my heart.
Always.
It just, that whole week was like power steering, tires, alignment, like all right.
You're just getting it done.
Yeah, and he just squeezed me in. And it was, everything was perfect too, by the way. He's like, I don't even need to touch anything except for your toe in the front. Everything else was exactly where it needed to be.
Good. Good machine you got there.
Yeah. I appreciate everybody helping me a lot. Otherwise, I literally wouldn't have been able to drive.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's great. It's great. It's what the community and your buddies all about. What else was this weekend? Let's see. Dust Off was, actually, Lock City was Saturday. Dust Off was Sunday. Dust Off was wonderful. It was a great time.
I'll say, yeah, you attended. I was not in attendance. I think, actually, you had a busy weekend. You were at everything, weren't you?
Yep.
Were you there on Saturday, too?
No, I missed out on Saturday.
Okay.
Dad's birthday.
Oh, fair. Yeah. Good reason. You got him hot dogs.
Yes.
Not fair.
Yeah, hot dogs.
Dust Off was great. Weather was good. Rained, of course, but not much. Just a little sprinkle.
Really? You got some rain?
A little bit of a jizzle.
Shocker.
A jizzle?
A little bit of a jizzle. I believe it was their most attended show ever.
That's awesome.
between cars and people. I think Blake said 4,000 people, something like that. A wild number.
That's a lot.
They always do a great job there. From a vendor standpoint, like, I have zero complaints. We got there, knew our spot, knew what was going on. That was it.
Yeah.
The
Nice
line
and easy.
was- The line was up to the street, apparently.
Really?
Wow.
There's
I believe
tons
it.
and tons of people. Which is good. It's great. And was this their 20th year?
I don't know. I
I
don't
can't
know.
remember.
I'm not sure.
They
but
said it was.
I said this was like the first year I couldn't make it since 2007. 2007 was my first year.
Yep.
And I was like, oh my God, that's a long time. But yeah, I mean, 17 years or whatever, first time not being able to go. But I don't know. Is this their 20th year? I don't know how many. Because like prior to that, it didn't exist to me. So
How
I
many
don't-
times have you seen a Mark IV on BBSs? That's how many years.
I don't know. They really fell off at some point. So there's definitely some years where they weren't really present. It seems like
no.
Mark IV is making a resurgence, though.
Yep. It is. Big
Making a
R32
resurgence.
guy.
That one's no bueno.
I'm gonna call the guy that made this fucking microphone and just yell at him.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a fix. I just got to do it, I think. Well, for half of it.
You
Yeah.
can answer the phone like, "Hey man, fuck you
Well, if you want, you're probably going to have to call China.
and
Yeah.
your mother."
What else happened this weekend? Are we missing anything?
John brought out both his cars.
John had both of his vehicles there. The Deutschland vehicle, or no, Norway?
Netherlands.
Netherlands, that's what it is. The Netherlands Mark II was there. It was present. His other Mark II was there and present.
Wonderful.
Yep. A lot of good cars there. You know, just a great show. I hung out with Brett Sloan's dog, Targa.
Targa's the man.
He's just chilling.
Targa
How
stole
was
the show.
Scott? Scott, he was well.
Scott, you know, in his element.
Old
running
as fuck.
around. I mean, the level of...
Oh, did he give you a dash blank?
He did. Where did I put it? Oh, I got it.
It's
Yeah, it's in the little... I put it in a specific sticker
Okay.
location, so I got it
All
for
right.
you.
Oh, there he is.
There
Scott
he
Norton.
is.
Great day. Great
He's a
day.
lurker. He's lurking.
What did Scott take to dust off?
Rally.
The rally?
Yeah.
God bless him.
The level of VW, I'll come out and say it, nerd that was surrounding John's Netherlands vehicle.
Mhm.
It was Scott, McDougal, Tobias, Nick Rice, and John. I mean, the only thing you were missing is Elliot Roberts from PVW. I just, like, it was just, you know, they were around it. They were giving it the business, checking all the parts, all the different things. What's different? Why is this here? Who does this belong to? Who developed this? Why is this designed? What dealership was this grill came from? They knew all of it.
Mm-hmm.
John was very pleased. They were all in their, you know, viewing stance, especially
Yep.
Tobias.
Classic viewing
It was
stance.
just-
Hands behind the back.
Hands behind the
Hands
back.
behind
Yep.
the back.
Yep.
Hands
Some very deep thought. Just a lot of chin rubbing. You
I
know?
usually go feet to shoulder width, hands behind the back.
Yep. Yeah,
know?
of course. 45-degree angle, bend at the
bend
hips.
over.
Bend
Yeah.
tiny bit over. yeah.
Bend at the hips. All of your, you know, belongings well kept inside.
Yep.
Whether it be keys, lanyards, zippers,
All
whatever
that,
it is.
yep. Especially if it's running. You know, never let the
Dangles.
hoodie draw ties go
Yep.
near the
Tuck
fan.
inside, you know.
Tuck them in.
All tucked and
Danglies
proper.
tucked in.
Danglies, tuck your danglies. But no, it was awesome to see. And it was fun to see because I looked over and just, you know, the boys are giving the business properly, as you would expect. Brett was over there. Brett Sloan was over there as well, you know, diving in.
What would you have for lunch?
Oh, God. Travis, my eldest,
Yeah.
was at the show working the booth. He was running and shaking. And he said he was hungry. I'm like, cool, we can go get food. See you in about an hour. He came back about an hour and 10 minutes later with 2 burgers and 2 fries.
Oh, he went to the clubhouse or the what you call it?
The
VIP
food
golf
trucks.
course?
No,
Oh.
just the food trucks. Yeah,
Oh,
just the
yeah,
line was
forget
rather
about it.
intense. Yeah,
Circle Square or whatever, the pizza.
I don't even know. I don't know. He didn't get pizza.
You got to like order it a month ahead of time
So
over
the
there.
funny thing about what he did, he got 2 cheeseburgers, and obviously I'm talking to people, so he just set my food aside. But he put the French fries on top of an open-faced cheeseburger
Okay.
with the cheese being the direct toucher of the bottom of said French fry container,
Yeah.
I lifted the French fries. The entire slice of cheese was stuck and basically glued to the bottom of the French fry container. So I had a burger.
A burger.
Booger.
Yeah.
You didn't just peel off the.
I attempted. I'm like, I'm not doing this
There's
right
no
now.
peeling
I'm
off.
not fucking putting my dick beaters on this cheese grating. You
Yeah.
know, I'm not fucking fingering this cheese off onto my burger. I probably could have used a French fry, but it was what it was.
That's all right.
You know, all in all, great day. Oh, we did have Faygo as well, because Becker brought shoe fly pie. I believe it was called a wet bottom shoe fly pie. It's way better than it sounds.
Yeah.
And then he also brought some Faygo. I thankfully didn't wake up with clown face, which is good.
What the fuck what are we even talking about?
You don't know what
Faygo
Faygo
and
is?
clown
Faygo
face?
is?
You know, how do you, of all people, not know what Faygo is?
Is it a drink?
It is a drink.
Is it a adult drink?
It is a soda associated with a certain clown-based rap group.
Ew.
Exactly.
I refuse to drink it on principle now. Magnets, how do they work?
Oh my god.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, Becker also pulled in a 20th TDI with a trailer bigger than the car itself.
That's also true. Yep. So yeah, no. Overall, great weekend. I think we all got to enjoy it individually with whatever disciplines we were partaking in, and I look forward to the rest of summer.
What's the next show we got coming up?
Donut Meat Sunday.
Oh, that's the most important.
I'll be Yee and Hall in there.
Yee and Haring there.
Yep.
Uh,
Most importantly, I can't stress this enough. Hauling.
a lot of Haring.
Well, you have some burn
Obligations.
Yeah.
Am I doing that this weekend, though?
If you're,
I have no tires.
Can we do Mariachi Band and Donut?
We can do it tonight. Well, here's the thing. When we get to B for B, we'll see if we actually. I need the.
oh shit, we need those numbers.
Yeah,
we'll
crank 'em
see
up.
if we get the mariachi band.
Wee. I have 2 beat tires
Mm-hmm.
and 2 okay tires, which would make 1 set of brand new tires. But then I would have no tires to get home. So we need some math or any tires. And we could buy the cheapest ones money can buy, couldn't we?
We're not buying anything. You're bringing the tires. They're your tires.
I thought the money was going to buy the tires.
The buddy was not going to buy the tires.
That's crazy.
Sounds like a lot of excuses.
Yeah.
All right, well.
The money was
Is KD going to be around? Because we're going to need a tire machine.
the money was keeping these lights on.
That's wild.
Keeping these lights on just for another month.
Yep.
Whose waters are these?
They're yours if you want
They're
one.
I
still
had
available.
a 2,000 milligram Slim Jim on the way in. My mouth feels like
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Let me go get you. Actually, you know what? Scott just brought something up. I'm gonna go get you the gift that Scott left for you here, probably a month and a half ago.
oh god.
Yeah, probably when he was here. We purposely left it out so we didn't forget.
Oh boy.
Yep. It's not like a dildo or anything.
It's a vibrator.
Why is this vibrating when I'm sipping on it?
I think that's just your mouth reacting to something that's not sodium. Yeah, there you go.
Live on the air?
Yeah, why not? I think he's fulfilling an obligation.
Who the fuck wrapped this?
Open it up away from the microphone.
No, that makes it
Do
funnier.
it right on top of the mic.
Amazon wrapped it, I
Yeah.
believe.
I don't even know what it is.
Yeah, I don't really know.
This is Ironically, I said I really want cup holders for my car, but this is not what we agreed on.
He fulfilled his obligation.
No, he didn't.
I
He-
think
he
those
got me
are-
a third one.
I think those are great cup holders.
Yeah.
He went above and beyond. and
Look
got
at
you
it.
four.
Yeah,
Four.
2
Look at-
sizes.
Those are some 12-ounce boys and then a big gulp.
Slim Jims. I mean,
He got
yeah.
you 4. I think he exceeded expectations here.
Yep.
I think he exceeded expectations. I bet you this will hold the drink while you're drifting. This will definitely hold something.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah,
good
oh
shit.
yeah, for sure.
I think.
You're being
Yeah,
real.
Small
unless
one?
you
Do
get
the
it.
small one?
Unless you get into a real tank slapper, I think you'll be just fine.
Everything I do is a tank slapper.
Oh,
Oh,
dude.
look at that.
Dude,
That's not even
going
moving.
anywhere.
Get the fucking juice.
Give me
This is
these.
empty too.
Give it to me.
Imagine if this was full.
Give me these fucking
I
comforters.
might actually keep one.
You just need a silly straw with that one.
Yeah, I'm actually listening to
Yeah,
mine.
this one, yeah, it doesn't belong to you anymore.
That was mine.
Corey, here
Yeah,
are
thanks,
those.
Scott.
Here are those. There's that one, and then the other one. There we go.
Son of a bitch.
Let me do. All right.
Well,
What else?
I could cobble some tires together. I mean, where are we doing it? We doing it Sunday?
We need. Well, we can do it here.
Are we doing it in the front lot, the back lot? Where are we doing it? Street? In Mexico, I mean?
It's front of the police station.
Right in front of the police station. You boys like Mexico?
You guys like Yee and Haas?
You gotta blast a song from the Porsche chase scene.
Yeah. Oh, you know what's funny? When I was, when I went out to drift with Cameron, I put on "Fortunate Son," but it ended before we got to go out because somebody I don't even know, yard sailed their bumper.
Yeah. There's a lot of bumpers being
Yarded everywhere.
Yeeted
and yard.
like a fucking pirate ship out there. Let's see. Do we have any deep thoughts or any more, or any additional callbacks as
What
well?
do I have actually? Do I have anything here? Trevor Root, 3rd place. Shouts to him.
Yep. I think,
That's
let's see,
unbelievable.
we're in May, so not this weekend. Next weekend's Real Deal Holyfield, right? Pro Spec, round 1.
What in God's name are you talking about? Oh, FD?
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't been following.
I'm saying for Trevor.
I don't know. I haven't been following.
We're his
I
biggest
usually
fans.
wait for him to post on Instagram.
Oh, the results.
Go watch live, and
Oh,
then I
okay,
click the
okay.
link if I'm around something that I can
Okay.
watch the
Fair,
link on.
fair enough.
So anyway, shouts to him. So I would love to talk with him after the season and kind of a recap.
Recap
dude.
for sure.
When I got to the shop, they would tell me, I guess his dad. It was so funny, dude. He was like, "I fucked up again." I was like, "What'd you do this time?" And he's like, I clicked the hood down and I put the latches, and he's like, "Is the hood good?" And I said, "Yeah." And he went down the street and he came back with the hood up over the windshield, just ripping it down the street. And he was all pissed off. And I guess they smashed it around the shop because they're all mad about it.
Yeah.
But he latched it, and it latched above the pins, so it just totaled a brand new painted hood.
Ugh.
So they were fucking
Did it fuck up the windshield?
Heen and Hahn. It did, and it was a brand new windshield.
Oh, no.
He had just gotten it replaced a day before.
Is it glass?
Yeah.
Okay, wasn't sure if it was like a.
Unless
What do
it
you
wasn't
call it?
fucked up. I thought it was. Maybe they replaced it already. But it was so fucking funny. We were laughing. His dad is a riot.
His dad seemed like a real cool guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot what he said. I was like, I forget. I was like, dude, you sell yourself short because you're fucking. If I could do this with my son, oh my god, probably fucking just die.
Okay, well,
We hope that's not the case.
Not with him. I mean, I would just die. I mean, that's got to be a really good feeling.
Yeah, no, it's a great.
yeah, I'm
That's
sure
what
it's a
I'm
great
saying.
feeling. I mean, it must be awesome. I mean, he does
Fucking-
all this work, helps his son. They travel together. They have a great time, and then he goes and he gets 3rd, which is like incredibly admirable. You know,
Yeah,
which
especially
is awesome.
for first time out this year. Just get the knock
brand new lifter. I forget what they were doing. They were just putting that shit back together.
knock the cobwebs off and get out.
Yeah,
there.
I watched whatever content he had posted up on his Instagram, so I really enjoyed that. I thought that was really cool.
Nick Pazar, did you guys already talk about Shook ripping around the track like he loves death? We did.
I welcome death.
Yeah.
The cold, stale breath of the Reaper.
We didn't actually. We won't. Never mind. Because Nick's hopefully going to be here in a couple weeks.
Okay. What else do I got? Oh, Civic update. I've taken a few steps backwards to take a few steps forward.
I saw.
Yeah, we'll talk about it after. But Katie,
Like a
does-
surgeon table out there.
Yeah, dude.
I just walked in and heard beep, the fucking thing's flatlining.
Flatlining.
Nah, I don't know. We got a slow but steady pulse going.
No, you didn't hear beep because there's no horn.
Yeah. Listen, hey, there's no wiring for it either.
All right,
Turns
well,
out, no horn,
That's
no
it.
wiring for it either. Yeah. So I had to take a few steps back to go a few steps forward. So it'll be worth it in the long run. I hammered out a bunch of stuff before the podcast today.
Nice.
Got a bunch of stuff done. Mr. Raff gave me a few ideas of how to attack some other stuff, and be good to go. Be good to go.
At least you don't need to do a timing chain in your Civic.
No.
If anybody wants to buy 2008 Honda Civic
Still
SI.
trying to peddle that thing.
Real
Yeah.
cheap. I thought it did too, and now it needs a timing chain.
No, that was just his soul to get that Sequoia.
Best truck ever.
Call back. How is that thing? What are you doing with that thing?
It's
is
the
it just?
best.
Are you dailing it?
I have been because the
Semi-dailing it?
Civic needs a timing chain.
Okay.
I did a tensioner.
Yep.
And I started it up, and I was like, "Ooh, I think the noise is gone." I give it a little pepper, and it's like. So
Still
either
like-
way, I win, right? Because I have to do a tensioner anyways. Now it's done.
Yeah.
So now I could just take the timing cover off, do the chain. I just kind of have to do a little bit of it twice.
Well, I wish you well with that.
Thank you. Sequoia's great, though.
Let's see. Coming up this week, just our donut meet on Sunday. Forgive me if I'm forgetting something.
No, I think it's just a donut meet.
Cinco de Donut.
Yeah.
Is what we're gonna do.
That's goddamn
We
right.
got some new signage.
New signage. I don't know if we made it clear. Did we say what we were doing with the signs?
I know because you weren't committed to it yet, but now we're
Okay.
2 in, so I think you have to be committed to
Yeah,
it.
we're committed to it now. So what we did for our first donut meet was give away. So this year you'll notice we have a new sign out front, or signs out front, kind of showing that hey, you have in fact made it to the correct location where the donut meet is happening. That sign out front, is geared towards the donut meet month to month to month. So it's a double-sided sign. We are taking one side, keeping that for ourselves, and we are taking the other side. It's 24 by 36, printed on a nice foam core board. The printing looks exquisite, done by our professional friend here, Mr. Corey.si.
That's right, motherfucker. That's right.
And it looks great. So we figured, you know what? Let's make this easy, and let's just give that away to one winner, chicken dinner every donut meet. Last donut meet, Mr. Nick Pausar in the chat was the one who won the sign, and he took that home.
It's sick. You get a rad sign with like a date and time of the event
and donuts.
and donuts, and, you
free
get to come
donuts,
hang out.
yeah.
You know, Pausar sounds like a last name. Like Lazar, Pausar.
Pazar.
It's very French.
Bizarre.
Huzzah! Yeah, I think it's cool. I mean, we're 2 in. It seems like designs like locked in.
Whoa.
Yep.
We're 1 in. We're not
Nah,
2
we're
in
two.
until
We're two.
Sunday. No. No.
Well, hey, you know what? 2 were printed.
Yep,
All right, fine.
it's done. It's
Two
out there. I
printed.
can see it right now.
Yeah, I'm literally
there,
looking at it. I got a quick chuckle when
I
I
didn't
opened
see
the
it.
email with it in there.
I need to see it.
Yeah.
See it.
That's good.
So yeah, we'll pass that up.
Sequoia, order a 2.5-inch lift for the rear. That's what I did for it.
Springs or
I'm
like
converting
just-
back to spring. So I'm looking for, if you have OME shocks and 2.5-inch springs for the old front of my Sequoia, send them on by.
The Bilstein 5100s.
OME. I only want old man. I don't want to mix and match.
He's that guy. Anyway, donut meet's coming up this Sunday. Also, thanks to Nick Pausar on the chat. Mark II May Day is this Sunday, as well as
Pausar.
Euro Built.
We need to be. What's up with merch for this weekend? That's super important. We had sick merch at Dust Off.
Yep.
We have still some left over. Will it be available at the Dust Off? Not at the Dust Off. Jesus.
The donut.
At the donut meet.
The
Yes.
donut off.
Yes. Travis is confirmed. He is working the booth. He's ready to go. He's raw ripping.
Where else does he have to be?
I don't know, but he's been counting change,
Flavor
figuring out
Town.
dollars. Quizzing himself on how to give exact
Does he
change.
still ball it up and put it in his pocket?
He sure does. Matter of fact, Sunday, was it Sunday? Yeah, it was Sunday night. After all said and done, everybody's home, finally, whatever, showered, etc., getting ready for Monday the next day. He comes walking out to me. He's like, "Oh, sorry, I had this in my pocket. It's like $35, just squished and just." I'm just like, "Oh, thanks, man."
Thanks for this wet ball of money. Why is it wet?
He had it in his back pocket or whatever. I
Here's
don't
the
know.
thing.
I don't know, but
You didn't know it existed.
nope. That's so he just proved to me.
Yeah.
He just because I didn't know it was there.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
That's a T-shirt.
He
That's
just-
some coffee. That's something. You know?
Yeah. So he just proved his loyalty to me, tenfold. So
You don't know what he took off the top, though. Could have been skimping money off the top.
very well could have been.
$1 here, $1
don't
there.
think
But
he is.
yeah, so we will have merch at
Any
the donut
sweatshirts?
meet.
No sweatshirts.
Yeah,
we will
we're
have the
going into
new
summer.
So
new
Pomade.
printed donut tees,
nice.
donut knife tee. Stab Your Mother, in
Right in
2
the
different
face.
flavors, creme, and then black and white. And then also some Donut Slayer tinned coffee. The tinned coffee was a hit at Dust Off.
Are we ground or whole?
This is all ground.
All ground.
This was a test trial run of these tins in the tinning process, and I think it's going to work moving forward. So we will have those. I think I have 10 left.
Tins are cool.
Yeah.
I
Put all your
figured
nuts and bolts in them.
exactly. I wanted something like the old, Folgers can.
Dude, my dad was like the Folgers can master.
Yeah,
And then water gets in them and become a bowl of rust
Yeah.
I mean,
rust junk.
It can be whatever you want. It can hold your nuts and bolts. It can be, I don't know, catch some fluids that your car may or may not expel.
Yeah.
Catch can. I don't know.
It
Do
could
whatever
be
you
your
want with it.
bolts or just your nuts.
Yeah.
But yes, those will be available here for purchase at the Donut Meet. So that is also what's happening.
Stickers?
New sticker. We do have some new stickers. Our buddy 4-Door Phil printed us some stickers.
Damn, I didn't even see what the new stickers were.
We got them. They're out there. I'll show you.
All right.
We got those as well. So yeah, we're gearing up for the,
We're leveling up, if you will.
leveling up. Can't stop, won't stop. Never mind. I can't fin- that. Don't want to talk about
date.
that guy anymore. He's wait. You don't know?
What?
How do you not know?
Can't stop, won't stop.
Yeah, P Diddy.
Oh.
Yeah.
The diddler?
The
The diddler.
Nobody knows if Diddy did it. But if Diddy didn't do it,
Diddy done diddled.
Diddy done diddled.
Yeah.
Damn, it's time to move on. So yeah, that's coming up this week. Oh, and one more house cleaning thing. If you have changed your address to where you live, I don't know if you changed credit card information, something like that. Just give us like a heads up. Send my wife an email, Tanya, that's Tanya at revivalmotoring.com, or you can hit up info@revivalmotoring.com if you change your address for the B for B. We've gotten a few people over the past couple of weeks saying, hey, I changed my address. It's great. We want to know that, just so we're not sending stuff to some random address and people have no clue who the hell we are or why we're sending stuff. So if you have done that, just a slight reminder, get in touch with us. I think this is a great time to do the B for B. Shook, what is B for B?
Let me tell you something. It's where you spend your hard-earned money on this. Us. We take our shirts off for your money
No, we don't.
every week
I was going to say, it's not,
on Wednesdays.
it's not typically what happens.
No, it's a... What the fuck is that?
It's Brett Sloan.
It's Brett Sloan.
It's you have a Brett Sloan cutout. It's incredible.
Why not?
I'm not going to question it anymore.
Exactly.
It's a monetary system where it's $1 for
Value for value.
value for value system.
Yep.
I've only heard this about 1,000 times, so I just don't remember it. Chuck usually handles this part.
Yeah, he nails it.
Pretty much in short, as Shook would explain, you give us money.
To help support.
To help support the podcast, a little or a lot.
Yep.
You give us $420.69. I have to do another burnout until the tires blow off.
You're already committed to one.
I have one.
Don't get too
You have to
overzealous.
fill that one.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. What if I buy a dually? Does that count as two?
No.
That's
No.
a question for another day. I think it does.
I don't think so.
Double the tires, I think it counts.
But you're only the event is only happening once.
Yeah, you kill two birds with the same stone. Do we have a Santa suit lined up?
I believe Ryan was pursuing that. We can get in touch to. If
I have to
John's
wait
in the
for
chat,
that?
we might know.
I don't,
No, I don't know. We'll
I don't
paint his
think-
face and give him a hat or something.
yeah,
Wait, Cinco de Mayo, get him a sombrero.
Sombrero. I thought we. No, I don't know why I thought there was a
Whoa.
sombrero here, but
just like Tyler Anito just did in the chat, $5. Callback episode 297. Paul Revere would drive a Carolina Squad 2005 Chevy Silverado. I could get down with that.
the British are coming as he's just bumping in that thing.
Yeah, they hear him before they see him. He got King Kong in the trunk.
So B for B, as Chuck was so eloquently explaining.
Yeah, perfectly.
The value
all
for
kinds
value
of technical
method.
terms.
Ways you can support us. You can go to revival.com, B for B, and you can select a monetary donation. I think it's as small as $2 per month, which is insane. It's 50 cents
lot.
an episode.
You can
Just for Revival. Never mind if you listen to the entire other network. you can just go to info@revivemotoring.com. You can throw us a few bucks just once if you want to just kind of do that. Or
That's
you
PayPal.
can, let's see, actually, you can message any of us. You can give us some hot news, some tips, some leads, some insights, your own opinions on things. You can force someone to listen to the podcast. You can share it with someone. You can repost what we post and share it with your friends.
You could give us $2 in the chat. Kyle Britt did and asked us to take our shirts off.
There we go. You could.
We can't because that's against TOS on YouTube.
Yep.
But I will for you later, buddy.
One of our favorite methods is you can join us at.
Take your pants off. $2 in the chat from Jordan.
Turns out they already are.
Approximately 7 p.m. in our live chat, and you can chime in. You can talk with us there. You can throw in question, comments, concerns, and also throw us a few bucks there if you'd like, and YouTube can take about 95% of it.
That is insane, by the way.
Like 35.
Yeah.
Still pretty insane.
Definitely insane. Also, if you are a B4B subscriber, you get entered into a drawing once a month, the first Wednesday of every month. We take all of our B4B subscribers. What we do is we throw you in a big spinny wheel there. It looks like we're numbers 1 to 175. We spin that wheel. We come up with a number. That number correlates to
This bucket.
the list we have of B4B subscribers, and you get to win some shit. We have now given away probably about, I'm looking at here, 10, probably about 18 months worth of shit here that we've given away to our lovely B4B subscribers. So if you want to win some stuff, you can go ahead and jump in and throw us a few buckaroos.
And I have a small backlog of people I need to get stuff out to because we are working on some cool stuff for the B4B winners. Like I said, we wanted to simplify things with the sign. Trying to simplify things for myself so I don't have to run around figuring out what to send these people each and every month. So we're going to make the same thing, but it's going to be cool, and it's going to be different than anybody else purchasing. So let's just put it that way. With that said, we have this bucket that was donated to us from our buddy, details by Doug.
Douglas.
It is a detailing bucket from Detailed Image. He
Let's
purchased
go
this
through.
bucket. Looks like we got some glass cleaner.
Does it
Glass
have the
cleaner?
thing?
We get some Shine
Looks like
All
it has the thing.
performance dressing.
Oh, yeah.
We've
Good
got
on salad.
a Car Pro 5 product start. Oh, there's 5 products in here? Starter kit?
Reset,
Wow.
Elixir,
We got a
Two-Face.
wash mitt, a microfiber, a dehydrate towel. What else is in here? We've
Everybody
got
loves Elixir.
the glass cleaner there. We've got a bucket with a grit guard and
A
Chuck
Slim
Trash.
Jim wrapper.
Yeah. And yeah, I mean, that's awesome. And thing is, you B4B subscriber, you could
You get this for
You
whatever
just-
you just paid us for subscription.
Yeah,
possibly. And
It could have been
that's awesome.
$2 that you got all this for.
we're going to spin that wheel.
Right.
And you know what? Yeah, this is for active B4B subscribers.
Yeah, of course. Who else would it be for?
No, I was just trying to think. It's like the
Love the-
one-off PayPal ones. We like to include them too, but it's really not
We
possible.
gave away this. Hold on.
This is for Joe.
This skateboard.
Yep.
And we were kindly asked by Brett Sloan not to send him the Nice Style t-shirt.
That's true.
Instead, we will be sending him a actual Revival t-shirt.
Yep.
Which
did he buy?
in its place.
Yeah.
Why didn't he want the nice
Well,
style
okay, we
t-shirt?
should have just.
Because it's awful. It was an awful t-shirt. It was a terrible t-shirt.
What does it look like? Where is it?
It's like a homemade t-shirt that Chuck came up with.
Night style.
Yeah.
Chuck.
Yeah, it was a picture of a grandma on it.
Grandma's
Ni-
favorite drift team.
Night style nannies or something. But yeah, he kindly requested we don't send that to him. So
What's
we'll come
that?
up with something else.
Where is it? What size is it?
It's gone.
What the fuck?
But yeah, spin the wheel. Let's get
So,
some shit away.
This is to active B4B members. Thank you very much. As always, we're gonna pick one of you right now.
Josh!
To spin.
Spin that wheel.
Click, 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 click.
Right to jail.
What do we got?
How did-
160.
160.
That's a late
Wow,
subscriber.
that is a late bloomer. Let me see. Let's go here.
You have to scroll down for a while to get
Jesus
there.
Christ, I broke my Excel. Let me see here.
Eggs sell.
Ooh, we have Edward Dunn.
Edward Dunn.
Eden.
Wow.
E-Dun as
Done.
this
E-Dun won it.
winner. E-Dun won it.
E-Dun won it.
E-Dun sure did. Edward Dunn, we will send you this wash bucket, probably with some of our stickers and air fresheners in there as well. I should have your address. If I don't, I'll reach out to you. I probably should reach out to you just to make sure you have the correct address.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be pretty simple just to confirm.
Yeah, we can do that.
So shout out to Edward Dunn.
Big shouts. You'll hear from me in the next day or two to confirm, and then we'll get this thing moving.
Wash your hands, but after you touch this bucket, I'm farting all over it.
Big shouts to Details by Doug again for making this donation to us to give to somebody.
What a
the
nice
next
guy,
thing we
that
need
Doug.
to cover is the B for B.
The B for B?
The BPL.
BPL.
So we had talked about for a long time, if the podcast ever hit $1 per listen,
What do we do?
we would hire a mariachi band to come in and play live while we're here.
Mm-hmm.
And
What song? The
Maria-
intro song?
mariachi music.
Yeah, if they're here for...
You think they could learn the intro song?
So we're here. I think we can get them for like an hour.
Oh,
Oh, actually, no. You know what? Who knows? I got to ask. Of course, we mentioned it, and Kyle's like, oh, I know a guy.
And walk
Katie
away.
is like, I know a guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know a guy too, Ref?
No.
Oh, you seem like a guy who might know a guy.
Ref, can you sing us
I
a
might be
song
able
in
to find
Spanish?
somebody.
And we talked about this for a long time. I couldn't even imagine how long we've been yapping
Why
about
not?
this.
Yeah.
And last week, the donators went on a run and donated an astronomical amount of money
Astronomical.
to us.
It was wild. It was honestly wild.
Countless for PayPal donations even after the live stream ended. And all that tallied up brought us to, and I'm not kidding, 98 cents.
Oh, no!
98 cents per listen.
So happening.
Damn it.
I did some math. We're $42 away from the dollar.
Is that including? Oh, right. Okay, I get what you're saying. Yeah.
We were
Oh no! Now it restarts. Now we're at 0.
98 cents per listen, which is just
Wow.
I know it's fun. We joke around here a lot.
He changed his YouTube name to Nick Pazar.
Oh, it's so good. The fucking lore
it's
thickening.
wonderful.
It's like soup, stew, lore stew.
But in all seriousness, it's cool. We get to do this every week. It's excellent. You guys give us some money to do this. This was overwhelmingly great. We can do a lot of cool stuff with this. We can essentially just have more to give back to you guys for doing all this stuff.
Like a mariachi band.
Yeah.
You
So
can get tires to do burnouts with.
no, because that wasn't included in the original deal.
That's crazy.
But everyone, I know I appreciate it. I'm sure Josh does as well.
Sure do. Thank you very much, everybody. Last week was crazy. This week, hell, it's not as crazy, but we still appreciate that. It's every
Anything.
single week.
Well, actually, Nick said he mailed $43 to us the other day, so we should be getting it soon. I think it counts as the day that it was stamped, if I'm not correct.
I'm
Correct,
heartbroken, Corey.
Yeah, it goes by the day it was shipped.
Well, is it a money order? Do I have to get this thing? Is it a check? Do I get?
I think it's just cash.
just cash.
It's a box of pennies.
So we're not going to get it.
We might not. You
Yeah.
never know.
No, big shouts, everybody. Thank you very much. And hey, we get it. If you cannot, let's just face it, we're in a recession. They call it whatever they want to call it. This is what's happening out there. Economic sad time. Things aren't perfect. We get it. Some people can't support. Completely understood. We just appreciate you listening. And all we ask is that you share the gospel of revival
Yeah,
motoring.
preach the church of.
That's
Oh,
it.
never mind. We'll get a cease and desist.
That's it.
Right to jail.
Right to jail.
Bankruptcy!
The church of sped.
Right to jail.
Anyway, let's cue these boys. News. Le news.
Nailed it.
Let's see. Has anybody seen the NASCAR Mustang using the Castrol Supra livery?
No.
Oh yeah.
I have not.
I
And
am
I have no clue what you're talking about.
changing this, and I shouldn't be touching it. I don't know what I'm doing. Let me pop this up for you. You'll recognize it, I'm sure, when you see it. There you go.
Oh, okay. Why? Also, that's not a real car.
What?
That's
It looks like a real car to me.
that looks like something that what's his face that we just talked to.
It was used on the Celica.
No, I know, but like that photo,
This one?
yeah, that's not a real car.
Hold on.
You're not a real car.
Design is going to be new direction. Class where he's returning to an unexpected way. It's coming to NASCAR.
Okay.
Will adorn a Ford Mustang of all things, like a. Yeah, so it is coming. It's going to be on that. They just use that as a render first. Yeah, from RFK Racing. I'm sure Matt Wood is in the chat going fucking crazy about this.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, that's timeless.
Yeah, it's such a good livery.
They should do a race where everyone has a
Throwback livery.
Yeah, a throwback. What do they do? What do they do? They play fucking hockey. They do like throwback jerseys.
Yeah,
Or football. They do too.
Yes, yeah, they do.
Also, did you see the way that livery is cut? Maximum efficiency.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Every panel, it's as if they know what they're doing
Actually,
per vehicle.
Cut like
you wanna
jacked.
you want to get real nerdy? The same material that they wrap those cars with, I made Matt Wood skateboard out of.
Oh, he's having one right now.
Yeah.
That's what he's doing.
So there it is.
Apparently, it's
There
racing
it is.
This weekend.
It's racing this weekend. Well, I'll be sure to catch it on Instagram later on.
Yep.
Oh yeah, Matt is right. Technically, anything donated until like midnight tonight would be legal because the episode is not going live on Spotify until tomorrow.
That has absolutely nothing to do with it.
Yeah, no, we did it on YouTube. It's
I
live.
appreciate
It's
Matt
already done.
trying to have some input here, but that is wrong.
Yeah,
It's not wrong.
We
Well,
did it.
got till 12.
It's live. It's out there. It's on YouTube.
It's done. We're done.
Yeah, happened.
That's it.
No
It was
take,
until
no take backs.
I call for a recount.
It was
until 7 p.m. today.
ish. Yeah.
I don't believe that wasn't posted anywhere.
Yeah.
That was not in the original agreement.
How are you not on our side? What are you doing?
It is a full week of donations.
You don't want a mariachi band?
Whatever's donated today goes to next.
Somebody donate.
Somebody
a lot
could
of
donate a mariachi band if they were in one,
Yeah, that'd be cool. Hey, if you're in a mariachi band,
just by chance.
Hit us up at ifrevivalmotoring.com.
Let us know. Show us what you got.
Do we have any bootleg Red Bulls?
Yes. There's a bunch of shit out there.
Yeah.
Would anybody like a bootleg Red Bull?
No, thank you.
From the motherland of Poland?
There is Wawa tea in there.
that's true.
I'm going to avoid that. Like
It's fine. There's just a bunch of stuff.
All right,
in
yeah,
there.
okay. All
Do
right,
your
okay.
thing. Grab whatever you want.
Don't yell at me.
Want a beer?
No.
Snort one?
I have to
Butt
do
chug
a
it?
donut before I leave.
Yeah.
North Carolina adds 25 Mustang GTs to its state police force.
Are they special like the old like CHP ones?
Let's see. Police duty, but the Mustang is among them. This hasn't stopped North Carolina State Highway Patrol from buying 25 examples to use for patrol duties across the state. These aren't 4-cylinder EcoBoosts either. State troopers have 486 horsepower GTs in their fleet. They aren't special from what I see. I mean, it's got a state trooper livery.
Good luck running from one of them, boys.
Safe to assume the 1595 10-speed automatic transmission is included on these cars as well. This brings the final price to $50,000. Using the standard GT as the starting point, claims that the cost is comparable to other vehicles currently deployed in its fleet, and certainly capable of chasing down speeders with the current Dodge Charger ending production next gen. Blah blah blah.
Do they have an issue with like needing a faster vehicle?
So let's see. We contacted Ford Pro about the possibility of special equipment delete options or something below a full-on police package that could be offered to municipalities. A spokesperson confirmed there is nothing for Mustang from the factory that caters to police forces, but advises us that various upfit companies offer Mustang-specific items for patrol use. Interesting.
How hard is it to put like a transmission cooler on it?
Right. Just yeah. a
Or
bunch
if
of
there
different
isn't
stuff.
like,
I was
because like
gonna
think
say,
about the old ones, they had like a transmission cooler, they had like an oil cooler, and honestly, actually, you know what? Now that I'm saying all this, they might have everything. They might have had everything that they got added in the '90s that those cars just come with now. So you might just not need anything.
Right. Well, I'm sure they're going to need place for their laptop.
Yeah, all that doodads. But I mean, as far as like,
Well, as we learned in a previous episode, all
beefing
that
it
is
up.
fitted in house,
Right.
and then
That's
they're
true.
liveried up.
That's very true.
Uh,
Right. As far as the powertrain, no powertrain beef up.
yeah.
why would the transmission matter though? I mean, aside from them all being from China.
No, the transmission matters because it's automatic and everybody can drive it.
Oh yeah, well yeah,
So they've got
The
all,
old-
but those
they
autos
pay
are
for
from
all autos.
China.
The old ones were not all, but some of them were manual. Imagine that.
Manuel.
Imagine that in the
It's manual
90s.
Mustang.
Hopping in your CHP Mustang.
Yeah.
Go to chase some fool down that robbed a bank, and you're like, I don't know how to drive this goddamn thing.
Yeah.
No, back then,
Yeah, you're right. Everybody did,
yeah.
and they
that
all had
was-
mustaches,
Yeah.
Those are cool cars to get if you can get one.
Yeah.
like Chips. You're getting chased by the Chips guys.
Chips. What a good
What
show.
a show.
Great
What a
show.
fucking
What
show.
a good show.
Just short shorts and mustaches. You
Yeah.
knew you were about to get fucked by the long dick of the law.
Well, we're talking about big horsepower. Aston Martin's building a new V12,
Yeah.
which is wild. It's a V12 twin turbo.
Oh, that's good. That's what Jimmy's gonna put next in his Porsche.
V12 twin turbo in 2024 is what the kids might say out of pocket.
That's
Yeah,
I
it's a
fucking
blatant
love that.
fuck you to
I
the
love
environment.
that
Yeah.
so much.
It's a bit wild for them to do something.
You know what that is? That is Jordan Belfort going, I'm not fucking leaving.
yeah.
I'm not fucking leaving.
A real man of genius.
Let's see. So, Aston Martin has described itself as a press release as a defiant defender of emotional engagement, which is like crazy. This is like, in one way, they're kind of like the English Dodge. I know Dodge is like hung it up.
Yeah.
Right.
Dodge just hung it up.
what
And
kinda-
actually, Ford's been like, hey, we're not hanging it up.
What's the biggest drug in England?
Drug?
Yeah.
Probably Tylenol. What the
No.
fuck those guys are up to.
What's the-
Ketamine.
I'm just, let's see, cannabis. But yeah, no. Like, I just want to know what Aston Martin is on.
Yeah.
It's
I'll tell you what they're on. They're on a twin turbo V12 making 823 horsepower and 773 foot-pounds of torque. That's up from 759 and 663 that was on the DBS 770 Ultimate.
Because everybody's on Molly.
Molly.
And it's not just a retuned engine.
Oh, wait. No, I know what it is. It's cocaine for sure.
They're on cocaine.
Cannabis and cocaine.
Yeah.
The most popular drugs in the UK.
So it's not just a remap. It's strengthened cylinder block, connecting rods, redesigned cylinder heads, new camshafts, new intake, exhaust ports, spark plugs are repositioned, higher flow fuel rate. So, I mean, this is like,
They're just prepping it for boost, baby.
I mean, it's on cocaine. It's on cocaine. Aston says the power only its most exclusive and limited availability models. Strictly limited numbers only. Let's see. The V12 will make its debut in a new flagship car debuting this year. Definitely going to be the Vanquish.
I'm into that. Man, I wish I had Aston Martin money.
But like, just like the little teaser photo.
You all right?
What is that noise? It's driving me nuts.
Oh, it's the blower.
I'll fight it.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
It's. I mean, I can't wait to hear this thing.
Oh my god, I can only imagine.
V12 twin turbo.
I bet it's gonna sound like Joe.
Oh, dude.
It's definitely gonna sound like Joe.
Oh yeah. Every
Yeah.
time
What-
you rev it.
What did
Oh, what I get Travis?
what did you get Travis with? Yeah, this weekend on our drive
Those
home
are few.
from dust off, I don't even know. Like I almost got him with a D's.
Classic.
Oh yeah, because Raph asked him something like "up dog," and Travis was like, "Oh, I know what you're saying. What's up, dog?"
Oh, I was like, yeah, but Mike fell for that. I was like, oh, Mike.
and then I hit him with but I forgot how I worded it. I said
Yeah.
D's, and yeah, he definitely got it. But whatever.
Did you get him with a Joe?
No, we were explaining to him like, I almost got. Yeah, I think I added that in there.
Oh, my
And then
God.
I thought I was even talking about how hilarious as it is when you do it and you get shook with it. It's so fucking good.
When you legitimately
so
got
good.
me with that, I was so mad. You were like, yeah, but did you have Joe check it? I'm like, Joe, who? You're like, I could see your face through the phone. You saw that I said Joe who, and you were like, yes.
I had it already typed it.
And you almost hit me back to back. Because
Yeah, I
remember
know.
you hit me with it. I said, "Hey, who the fuck? Oh, fuck you."
Yeah.
Nothing like a classic Joe or what about Devane? You know Devane?
Oh, it's Candace.
Devane in his
That's-
dick.
That's good. Candace.
Candace Dick Finney.
That's good. They're all good. They're all good. They're all good.
We lost his trust after the third one.
Yeah, and then he fell asleep.
He fell asleep.
Fell asleep.
He had a hard day.
Took a nap.
You guys stressed him out so bad he fell
That
asleep.
was it. In his defense, I woke him up early. Mario Andretti just got the feds involved in the whole F1 thing. This is what I was curious. I didn't see this. I didn't read this particular article, but I did see that the whole Cadillac Andretti team thing, F1 thing, put out a bunch of posts to hire like 50 people. And it made me question, like, wait a second. What do they know? Because they're hiring these people to work for their F1 team that was denied by F1. So they must be up to something. So I'd imagine, Matt Wood is probably in the chat and he's going to answer this, but the former Indy 500 winner and F1 champ took to Capitol Hill to send a clear message to Liberty Media. He ain't happy. As a longtime racing icon, motorsport ambassador, businessman, and all-around cool guy, Mario Andretti is used to giving speeches and talking to crowds. Today was a bit different. However, the former Indy 500 winner and Formula One champion took to Capitol Hill to fight the good fight. Which fight? The one against Liberty Media, who back in January rejected Andretti's application to join F1. Joined by Representative John James and other politicians from Michigan and Indiana, Andretti highlighted how Formula One's owner, Liberty Media, has been aggressively developing the sport in the U.S. over the last decade, yet shut the door to a new American team. He mentioned how F1 now hosts 3 races in the States, how Red Bull even hosted a demo run on Pennsylvania Ave in D.C. last weekend, making it more than clear that the company and its subsidiaries want American fans.
Wasn't Hamilton just in New York doing like donuts?
Was he in I know he was in Tokyo recently, too.
I thought.
He's kind of been all over the place. But from this statement, I'm here to strengthen our resolve to be in Formula One. We have done everything that's been asked for us, and now it's time for a decision, said Andretti on Representative John James' Facebook live stream from Capitol Hill. So he's fighting the good fight to get another American team or a American team into F1. So I'm sure this is not over, and we will continue to let you know how it unfolds.
Yeah, Lewis Hamilton was just driving his F1 car down Fifth Avenue.
It's just nope. No American F1 teams here.
Yeah, I mean, you're in like
Nothing
what
to
is
see
like
here.
what I would say is like if you were to like leave the country and be like, hey, what's like the big
America. What is
city?
the big America?
What is the big city? It's like
Yeah.
New York City. New York City.
Yeah.
I thought I saw him driving downtown Sugma.
Sugma? Yeah.
You son of a bitch. Let's see. What else do I? Yeah, I don't know. They're going to continue to fight, which is good because I think I know I want to see that team in there.
Can't you like wasn't there like a news story about you can like apply for jobs?
Oh yeah,
They're all over like LinkedIn or something.
Yeah, there was just like 48 postings to apply for jobs for whatever the Cadillac F1 team.
Yeah.
And just covering an array of things from like intern-based positions to high-level engineer positions to race team and motorsport specific stuff. So it's just like they're going ahead. They're fucking they're running the season. They're planning on being there.
Yeah,
so.
that Jordan Belfort the whole thing. I'm not fucking leaving.
Yeah, yeah. Not fucking
You know who was leaving? This
I thought you were gonna say Joe, man. I really did.
This employee was driving a F40 in a tunnel on his way to a car show in Germany called Motor World. And with 11 minutes remaining on his trip, the driver lost control in the middle of the Elgeberg tunnel near Stuttgart, and he foobarred this Ferrari. 24 years old, $3 million Ferrari. They say they don't know if it was due to excessive speed. I mean, F40.
How do you just
in a
lose
tunnel.
control? Whoop!
F40 in a tunnel.
Yeah.
I mean, unless it's on like wicked old tires and you just gave it a little goosey goo.
But you would think you'd be at your utmost, you know.
I mean, it was currently listed at $3.2 million. I mean, you think they would be like, hey, let's just get it there.
Take it easy with this one, you know.
Let's
Or
just
put it in a truck and drive it there.
Yeah, I agree. It's crazy not to tell
Little
something like
enclosed.
that, but I guess maybe stretch the old legs a little bit, show that it can be used. But it's also a different world out there. Like to drive something like that, it's kind of a little more. It's in a 40, so it's not common. But to drive something is a little more common out there.
In the spirit of it.
However, this one will likely be repaired, given how special these cars are. And like I said, it was listed for $3.2 million.
It'll never be the same.
It may reduce the value a bit, but even with the damage history, this F40 will remain one of the most desirable Ferrari automobiles ever made. So, yeah.
I just can't imagine you're going to spend like $2 million on a car and not just spend the extra to not get a totaled one. You know what I mean? You're like, this one's a sweet deal. It's
Well, if there's only so many of them.
Yeah.
if you have your run of the mill though, are you going to spend $2 million or like the 2 point whatever the fuck it was?
The way it's weird because like the way something like that would work is like they could completely do that. It could go over. It's probably going to take years, and probably $500,000 to $1 million to rebuild, and then in that time they'll continue to go up and up and up and up,
Yeah,
and now it'll be $3.8 million.
That's insane.
Even though it's already been crashed.
Yeah,
But who
fucking
cares?
John fucking thimble fuck over here crashed into a wall.
Actually, Vin just did a video on his YouTube channel where he brings his $50,000 Ferrari to go look at a $5 million Ferrari. And they had just put that vehicle through a $775,000 restoration.
That's a lot.
I feel like you're speaking Portuguese to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like that's a lot of.
It's not
If you told me
it's not
that,
a world that we can kind of comprehend.
Yeah,
I understand.
That's why.
If
it's
you
just-
told me that my car outside cost me $7,000 to fix, I bet throw it out. Throw it out, baby.
Depends. It's
but
not
you could easily.
it's
spend,
not an F40, but what does it mean to you?
Not $7,000.
And that's things like you'd spend $7,000 on a motor.
You spent way more than that building it.
No. I should make an Excel spreadsheet and really knock it down.
You should. Because it's going to sneak up. It's going to be surprising.
I'm sure, but like, what do you think I paid for the shell?
Like $200?
You told
Yeah,
us.
it's like $300.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with the other motor or whatever.
And the motor was $1,200 with
Yeah.
trans. So it's like
But I mean, even wheeling and dealing and getting deals and doing everything on your own.
I'm less than 15.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's more than 7.
that's more
Yeah.
than 7. Yeah.
Okay, like that.
But if you
okay,
told me
less
it
than
cost
15,
7
sure.
to fix it, like if
Yeah.
you were like, oh, you blew the engine, and my only logical course was a 2J, I'd be down for like 3 years because I just couldn't justify spending that much money.
Right. I get. Yeah.
Again, we're just in a totally
Yeah.
different world. I mean, just like, there's the video that actually... you
This
have
one
it
I haven't pulled
there?
up
Yeah.
here. It just says, watch a YouTuber crash a priceless McLaren Senna in the dumbest possible way. And it's just a very cool green-colored Senna in L.A. He rips a donut.
I saw that.
The road certainly gets away from him, and I believe he crashes into a building.
It's the gear change.
Really?
Right. That's exactly.
the gear
yeah,
change.
Grab
Really?
the extra gear.
What's very incredible about it is it got away from him, but it just kept getting away.
Just continue.
He had a lot of time to reel it in.
I think panic might have set in.
Yep.
I think like panic might have set in.
I
Because
mean,
like...
he probably shouldn't be driving vehicles with the amount of room that he covered and didn't even
You also
touch
have
the
to
brakes.
think about how fast and powerful that car is.
Yeah.
Like
it's
the
a-
panic.
Yeah, but-
Imagine like all right, so
And you know how good the brakes are?
you're doing something you really shouldn't be doing, right? So there's already like a heightened set of adrenaline.
Sure.
And then something wrong happens and just the sheer amount of panic.
Yeah.
People fuck up all the time.
And then you heightenedly hold the gas for like 4 seconds.
People fuck up all the time.
I don't know, man. You could like literally tap those brakes and it would have.
Yeah.
This Jesus. I don't even want to. I'm not even giving this dude's name credit. Like, I don't give a fuck.
The best is he was messaging people to take it down.
He was, yeah. A bit of digging reveals that it's not the first time this YouTuber has crashed a car on video, having previously wrecked a Hummer EV on his first day of ownership, as well as a Porsche GT3.
So I'm gonna go with he's a terrible driver.
Oh yeah. It's definitely that's what I mean. Like
yeah.
if you're not well suited to be using something like that, I can easily see how you'd be
You should probably
Like,
hit the sim.
Oh, like, oh shit. Hit
Hit
I
the
mean,
sim.
what's this
I
thing
mean,
gonna
that car, any one of us, we're going to get in that car and just go, holy
Oh,
I don't know,
for
Josh,
sure.
you
It's
drove-
dystopian.
do? A McLaren 720, right? Was it
Uh,
570?
No, it was the one. Yeah, so I think it was 570.
Well, that was
that was a video game.
that was a
that car-
Pagani.
No, a McLaren.
Oh,
Oh, no, the one that
No,
crashed.
Josh
McLaren
drove a
Senna.
McLaren.
Yeah, Chuck and I drove 570s. I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
It's a video game. It's
What
Oh,
in God's
goddamn.
name was
It's,
that?
skateboard fell over.
And that wasn't even from like a dig, launch control, anything like that. It was just driving around some general roads and a blip on the highway. And it was, this car is way too fast. You're right.
Yeah.
Right to jail.
That's what we're gonna do with
You
you.
But,
guys
like,
heard that?
A 570's 50%.
Right. It's
A
just
570 50%. And can you understand how like
How much power?
a quick fuck up could easily run away from you?
yeah.
How much power did
Instantly.
Senna have?
the
I
son
don't
of
know.
Senna.
Oh, many.
Many.
All. Yeah, a lot. And I think,
And on top of that,
Listen.
it weighs like nothing.
listen, he shouldn't be doing that.
I don't think so.
I'm not defending him. I don't know who he is.
789 horsepower.
yeah,
yeah.
that's quite a bit. All I'm saying is, I think I could have got a donut hit on that and gotten away with it.
Yeah,
His
but
and you know why you can see he was inexperienced. He upshifted.
Oh, he did. I didn't hear
Mid-donut.
it. I didn't hear the video.
So donut, leave the donut, and then upshift, and that's when the car just like whoop, just takes off.
when you say upshift, you mean like went 2 to 1, or
To
2 to
2 to
3?
3.
2 to 3.
Oh, so it just bit up.
2 to 3
Oh,
while
yeah. That's
Yeah.
what I mean.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, he had
You
some wheel
shift.
speed still.
yeah.
I see that.
Yeah,
and,
yeah,
it,
yeah.
and it turns out where it pointed him, there was a building.
Yeah.
See,
Oh, it pointed him.
yeah.
VTEC kicked in.
Wild. Wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, there's an ass for every seat.
Overfueled it, some may say.
Yep.
Yeah.
Still my favorite Lock City excuse ever.
Overfueled it.
Dude, kid biffs it into a fence. Mike Lentz, what happened? Oh, I overfueled it. Dude,
I saw that
Wild.
video. A very short clip of a vehicle hitting a guardrail. Boom, and then it ends.
yeah.
Overfueled.
Wild. Overfueled it. I use it all the time.
Every new car in America will have automatic emergency braking by 2029.
Oh, we need a segment, I think, called "Overfueled It," where it's just funny crashes.
I wish we can't play them on, like, if they're YouTube
I think
stuff.
you can.
You know what I mean?
You could do React content.
But you
Actually,
can't
you know
That's
what?
all it is. It's people farming
That is
React
true.
content on YouTube.
Yeah, that is true.
People do it live all the time.
That would be pretty good. I think they'd almost have to be separate. But anyway, every new car in America will have automatic emergency braking by 2029. Previously, car makers incorporated this feature at the request of the federal government, but soon it'll be compulsory.
Hate that. Government overreach.
The
Right to jail.
administration has finalized the rule that mandates automatic emergency braking in all vehicles by 2029. The compulsory rule will replace a voluntary agreement car makers signed onto in 2016, which led to emergency braking systems becoming widely available on many new cars as part of their ADAS systems. According to the Department of Transportation, the agreement didn't go far enough to make emergency braking standard across all new vehicles, regardless of trim level or options for a given make or model. The federal government now says automakers have 5 years to refine and develop the safety tech, as well as integrate automatic emergency braking on every new vehicle sold in the United States. NHTSA has set a compliance date of September 2029. Per the New York Times, the measure is aimed at reducing deaths on public roads in the U.S., which reached an estimated 41,000 in 2023. The latest automatic emergency braking AEB rule imposes more stringent requirements on the technology than what is currently available on many vehicles, and some automakers have claimed that it exceeds the limits of what is technologically feasible. The New York Times reports that the new rule mandates that every new light vehicle must automatically apply its brakes to avoid collisions with another vehicle at speeds of up to 62 miles per hour. The system must also start to apply the brakes at speeds of up to 90 miles an hour if an imminent collision is detected. The starting forward speed for when the system must kick in is 6 miles an hour, effectively making the new speed range mandatory from 60 to 90 miles an hour. I do not want my vehicle,
I think this literally all it has to do with is because people have just stopped paying attention or they're old.
Yeah.
And we don't do good driver's license testing or any kind of testing or any kind of remedial testing or anything.
I mean, all these driver's aids has just made people way worse at driving.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
There's
I mean, they're
more
already
distractions and the aids, and it's the
it's
worst.
AIDS.
It's
Lots of AIDS.
I
Hill
mean,
assist, that's where it started.
okay, if you're going to go this route, then, like, let's be able to drive 90 on the highway. Why not?
Right. If
Yeah,
you're
if
gonna
there's
put this
assist.
tech there, yeah.
Yeah. Why? If they're going to keep adding all these aids to make driving safer, well, let's just keep upping the speed limit. There's no reason why we can't all be traveling 100 miles on the speed on the highway.
It's fucking,
Why not?
It's crazy to me because there's just all these people that it's like oops culture. They just smash into shit and like oops.
Yeah.
You know, now we have to all have fucking cameras in our new cars that stops us so we don't oops.
The changes are due to an increase in pedestrian deaths. Perhaps we want to look at the pedestrians who are staring at their phone and walking into the middle of a street as well.
Yeah.
I'm just
How about I think just California and New York should get this feature.
sort of like that. Remember there was that article that said we should stop right-hand turns on red or something?
Oh,
And it was just like, or you can look at the fucking street
I
and
hope
pay
that guy
attention to
gets
cars.
hit on a right on red.
Yeah,
Honestly.
it just, oh my God.
And not killed.
you know, Matt
It's
was
really-
got a really
just
good point
really
here.
hurt.
Inconvenience.
You know, $5,000 camera sensor in the front end. Yeah, I mean, what happens when you do get into a front end collision? Because that will happen.
Right. And this is why, I mean, it
And now
goes.
your insurance premiums outrageous.
I was just going to say why the insurance premiums are going up so drastically is because a lot of shit's more expensive to fix and more cars are getting totaled out. So insurance companies have to pay out more. Therefore, that's why the fucking
You know what's crazy
reason why
is
the
like
rates are going up.
there's like a sweet spot where like new cars expensive to insure because they got all the bullshit in them, and then old cars are becoming expensive to insure. Not old as in like a 30-something-year-old car like my Civic or something like that, but like maybe something 20 years old because they're like, oh, it's just not worth it. It's like going to be too expensive to fix because we have to find the parts. Like we have to put effort into it. We can't just click
Yeah, my BMW is
buy ship now.
close to $100 for insurance.
Even like if you were to like what's your Sequoia?
$100.
$100, like, and that is for just I don't know how Connecticut works. Rhode Island is like their
Like I have glass comprehensive. It's pretty much full coverage,
okay,
but not
$100
full
is pretty good then, yeah. But there's some cars that are just like they shouldn't be expensive, but are expensive to insure purely because they just don't want to deal with them. So it's like a obligatory way to like remove things off the road.
What's it called when you crash it yourself? Then you pay a deductible to fix it. I don't have that part. If somebody hits me, I'm covered.
Okay.
If I just fucking
I'm drawing a blank.
overfuel it into the woods,
Yeah, I'm
fucked.
I'm drawing a blank.
Yeah.
So it's like liability.
Liability.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
I have like theft, fire, flood,
Mhm.
all that shit. And glass is huge. You know.
Have you put in a glass claim?
Yeah. Did we not talk about the fucking E36
No,
glass
I bring
claim?
it up. I bring it up because I didn't know if Chuck talked about his glass claim on here or not.
Oh,
I
dude.
think he did a couple times.
I think he did, but it was.
He can go on.
The
about-
glass on his X5M was wicked expensive, right?
It was crazy.
No,
'Cause
it wasn't
tied into
It
rain
wasn't
sensors?
expensive. It was the insurance. What they marked it as after that turned out to be really expensive.
Oh, they upped his shit?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, because it was very expensive glass, right?
No, I ended up not being as much as was
It's
expected.
because he used his insurance that he pays for. Get penalized for doing that.
Oh,
no,
maybe that's
no.
why.
This is
Right to jail. Right to jail.
that's what happens if you use your insurance.
He can talk about it more. Well, him and I go off at work
Yeah.
about it all the time. We got to pay insurance to not be able to use it. You can't use home insurance either. You can't use car insurance either.
That's
you can't use jack
probably
shit.
why my insurance went up to $100 for each car, because I was paying just under $200 for 2 cars, and now it's like almost $300. for
Insurance
3.
did go up. I think they totaled it to like 26% for
A
damn
lot.
near everybody.
Yeah, I saw a lot of. Yeah, but I did 2 glass claims.
Claims or not. I mean, it I'm sure that factored into it, but it did go up for a lot of people, just in general.
Yeah,
Timo, that new Lock City Drift Assetto Corsa track out. It is, yeah.
we're immortalized, bitches.
You can go.
You can go to patreon.com/lovetrainus and get it there.
Yep.
Is it lovetrain.us?
Well,
His Instagram's lovetrain.us. His
But
Patreon
Patreon's not, because that'd
is
be a whole different.
lovetrain.us.
Gotcha.
let's
He would
see.
make my car if I paid him?
No.
Not at the moment, no.
Nope.
He's got
Nope.
too big of a workload currently. He's working on a huge project, he said.
It would take him probably about another year.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Wow.
Actually, really cool. to
Did
talk
he
to.
Yeah.
share what he was working on?
Oh, he said he can't.
He can't.
NDA.
Yeah.
Said he can't.
Need for Speed, I bet.
Maybe. Maybe. I
No,
hope so.
Next time I
believe-
see him, I'm going to be like, blink twice if it's Need for
Good
Speed.
for him. I hope so.
believe he said it was for Thompson. Something
Oh, it
Thompson
could be
related.
iRacing.
I don't know
Blink
for sure.
twice if it's for iRacing.
I don't know for sure, but we will find out.
Yeah.
BMW is once again changing its naming scheme. The German
Oh, boy.
automaker is dropping I from its internal combustion powered vehicles.
Why?
The I, of course, was originally a reference to the motor using fuel injection rather than carburetors. It's been a mainstay on BMW products since the E21 320i all the way back to 1975, but nothing lasts forever. Now, according to BMW blog, I will be used exclusively for electric vehicles. That makes perfect fucking sense,
Why
right?
wouldn't they just use E?
E.
Holy
Wait, for BMW?
shit.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck off. Those guys are so... I have nothing but nice... I can't say anything right now. I'll be mean.
Why though? That doesn't make sense. They
It's
had
E. It's E for electric.
they had like a naming convention that didn't make sense for a while and kind of fell back into place of like, okay, I guess we understand it again now. They still use I and they use E and they use D for diesel. So now we're gonna drive around in cars that have I. Is it so they can blend in?
Historically, even though our interpretation of BMW I was always different, it's more innovation, not necessarily only electric, and we historically had injection at the end of said batch. We said we would like to keep I as an asset, and we would like to keep it as a signature to indicate you're driving an electric car, and that was the logic that we had. And that comes
The
from
illogic of that.
the illogic. That's BMW's senior vice president of brand and product management, Bernd Colbert.
You know what? Honestly, what's crazy is you've got to. That guy might not even believe that, right? But his job is to get up there.
And fluff the rest of the company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's gonna get up there and he's gonna spout it.
Yep.
Yeah. I
It's
mean,
the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard.
BMW's on a course right now. It'll correct itself eventually.
Do you think so?
Yeah,
I
of course. History repeats itself. It does.
There's a lot of bad stuff coming.
Yeah, and there's a lot of good stuff coming too.
Yep.
Well, that'll be after the genocide.
It's not all bad. So like BMW, for example, like, you know, they're on this course, but they'll
What
they'll write themselves.
are we doing here?
What are we
What are
doing?
we doing here? Artist crashes 2 Firebirds together at 1 inch per day.
Wait, what?
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like that.
That's cool.
I'm not gonna lie,
That's cool.
I just
kind of like that.
What are we doing here?
the definition of art is really,
Were they,
a loose term.
Were
It's
they LS though?
I'll show you. You'll see.
Wow, 1 inch per day. That's cool. Why didn't he keep going?
I think he does.
Let me find out.
I think that's probably just
It
as
keeps-
far as it's been.
It keeps looping.
Let's see.
Where
The
is
slow
this?
motion crash of 2 classic cars was meant to symbolize the demise of the American muscle cars, apparently. Oh, this is something we can get behind.
Yeah.
For some people on the internet, the American muscle car died with the launch of the Mustang Mach-E. Oh, yeah, brother. For others, it'll come when the Dodge Charger Daytona roars onto our streets in the coming months. Roars? You mean wow?
Meows.
For artiste Jonathan Shipper, it actually came almost a decade ago when he premiered this installation that crashed 2 American classics together at a ridiculously slow speed. The art installation was called Slow Motion Car Crash, Slow Inevitable Death of American Muscle, and it followed a similar long-running piece that saw a VW Golf crash into a wall. For the piece, Shipper rigged up 2 Pontiac Firebirds so they would crash head-on into one another at an unbelievably slow speed. The 2 cars smashed together at a rate of just 1 inch every day, meaning that it was so slow you couldn't spot the movement with your eyes. As they crashed into one another, the front ends of each car buckled under the forces just as they would at high speeds. The piece was first unveiled in Chicago at its launch. Shipper had this to say about slow motion crashes. In the slow motion car crash, the speed and danger are distilled out. The audience is free to touch and examine the object and event in detail. The speed has been removed. It still sits like an erased deconing, ever present in the works. The energy,
Wait a minute. Hold on. All right. All eyes on the video.
Yep.
Watch the hood scoop on the red car.
It changes.
It disappears for a second.
Yeah. What's happening with that?
That's crazy.
This is like,
Whoa.
did you ever see Speed? Did you ever watch the movie Speed?
That bus from Speed?
This
Or that boat from Speed?
The
bus. There's only one real Speed.
What about that spring from Poland?
When he's watching the video
Yeah.
and he sees the lady's purse disappear.
No, it was a briefcase.
That son of a bitch.
Yeah.
That's what's happening. They changed the video. They changed the feed.
Yeah.
I don't believe shit.
They looped the feed.
So, all right. Well, I mean,
That was like...
it was a pretty rough news week. I think we worked our way through it.
Yep.
Speed was fucking killer, huh?
Yeah, it was pretty awful.
It was
What do you mean? Speed 1?
Yeah.
it was an action movie that I certainly watched when I was in my teens.
It was better than fucking... What's the guy with the ponytail?
Steven Seagal.
Steven Seagal slapping people's guns out
Under
of their hands.
Siege.
Yeah.
Get out. Today's your last day. Hand over that weapon. They just fucking die. He's just slapping them.
Yeah, the best movie names like Hard to Kill.
Die another day, punk.
I can't believe I forgot this. We got a review.
Did
Oh,
Can you read it like Steven Seagal?
No, I won't.
How about...
Totally forgot this. So, hey, another way you can support the B4B, you can leave us reviews. And this gentleman left a review. It is titled Thursday Listener Guy. It's 5 stars.
Thank you.
He says, my buddy paid these guys to wish me a happy birthday. They wished me a happy birthday after receiving the funds. Stand up dudes.
that reminds me, we had
Appreciate that. It's like a Craigslist review.
It's like a Yelp review. It's basically we're
5
providing a service.
Stand
5
up
out of
dudes.
5. Bathroom was clean. Held up their end of the bargain. Took a big poop in there.
Stand up guys.
We did have some messages, so here's a good time to squeeze those in. Arthur S., hoping this gets me closer to a mid-afternoon donut meet with a big hat Mexican band and some tacos. Alan B., stand up. He donated $17.38. Stand up,
Yeah,
big girls
baby.
in the back, a.k.a. Audio Gang. Some of us are busy Wednesday nights. Suck it, YouTube chat. Dylan
fucked.
B. missed the live, felt left out. Keep up the great work, boys. At Dylan spelled funny.
Now I gotta listen to fucking Fetty Wap. Thanks, guy.
P. Coots, audio listeners, go fuck yourself. Live chat boys first. And Cameron L.
True.
grabbed it off Jordan's mom's nightstand. Scott N. just writes El Diablo. Perfect.
What is happening?
The amount of funny named movies that Steven Seagal is in. This dude
He
is
says
just,
the name of them in all of them, too, I feel like.
Oh, yeah. He is just
Give me one.
cranking out Above the Law.
No, it's above the
Marked for
law.
Death, Hard to Kill, Out for Justice,
I'm hard to kill.
Under Siege, On Deadly Ground.
You know, oh my God. Deep thought. Steven Seagal is like the real life Duke Nukem.
Sure.
Please
Just
walk
as
me through
corny.
that.
Because Duke Nukem was a corny shooter game
Okay.
that everybody loved.
Yeah.
And Steven Seagal was like a real
I don't know
life
if
Duke
everybody
Nukem
loves
for
Steven
boomers.
Seagal.
My dad did. So I assume most boomers
That's
do.
everybody.
That's everybody, yeah. Because they even talk the same, like Duke Nukem. Yeah, like Steven Seagal would disarm someone, like, not so tough without your gun. And that's how Duke Nukem would talk in the PC game. You don't remember?
I do. I
Damn.
feel like some of these names of these movies.
Remember you'd see yourself in the mirror? Damn. I'm looking good.
I do, yeah.
Come
That
on.
was a good game.
It was
they,
good.
They really.
That was Steven Seagal.
That was, yeah.
He voiced it.
Didn't
He
they
had to
make a
have.
movie?
It was
Didn't they
really
try to
bad.
do- yeah, it was rough. Some of these names of his movies,
The Rock was in it.
I feel as if they're trying to hide stuff in plain sight. For instance, Fire Down Below, My Giant, Exit Wounds.
Exit Wounds was incredible.
Belly of the Beast. Submerged.
Did you see the one that he directed?
Yes.
Remember
I
I
did.
saw? Oh yeah, I
Yes.
sent you the video.
Yeah.
They're like, look, there's so many plot holes. Guys, you got to look up. You got to look up that YouTube video where they.
We'll play it after when we.
Oh my god, it's so
when we
funny.
close it down. We got a couple of questions that we can answer.
That would be a great react.
Let me pop these up from Instagram. If you are listening audibly, you can pop on our Instagram at some point during the day on Wednesday. I will post them up there. And if you see it, you can hit us with some questions
Questiones.
in that.
Por favor.
Not too many tonight because I put them up there late, but it's all right. We got a couple. Kevin401 asked, what's for dinner tonight? We had Baja.
That's
It was great.
It's lovely.
double meat.
Dude. There's a bear shit in the woods.
You didn't go penta meat?
The Pope wear a funny hat.
More meat.
Does the Pope slap Asian woman? Yes.
Was your boy there? More meat?
Yeah, he was. He actually smiled as soon as I said it to him. He knew.
Yeah.
He knew. He knew not to fuck around.
Knew what was coming.
I
Yeah.
mean,
heavy handed.
Raph went up there fucking
Oh, Jesus. Yeah.
full Spanish. Let it
Yeah?
fly.
Gotta make it feel comfortable. They hook you up.
Do they?
What
they
did you
must.
order?
I ordered a burrito. That was the side.
Can you
of it.
please?
No.
Can you please?
No. What did
In
you order?
Spanish?
Yes.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, you got this.
I just want to. Yeah.
I'll be the guy. Hola, amigo. ¿Tú quieres burrito?
Si me puedes dar un burrito.
Oh, me gusta.
Me gusta.
Me gusta.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Oh,
Me gusta.
Look at him.
Yeah.
Un poco de arroz, por favor.
No
Sí.
habla.
Yeah.
Double meat. Carne.
Yeah.
Bedni, which is pork.
Nice.
Okay.
Penny?
Bedni.
Benny.
No, Pernil. Pernil.
Oh,
For now.
Parni.
Like Nils.
Yeah, okay. I'm on board.
What else did I put on there? Cebolla, which is onions.
Yeah. Wait, what?
Cebolla.
Cebolla?
Yeah.
Lechuga?
That's lettuce.
Yeah. Frijoles?
How do you know
No
so
frijoles.
much Spanish? Chuck?
Arroz? No arroz?
A little bit.
Con queso?
No cheese.
No queso.
No queso.
Damn.
I made it in
Dude,
California.
how do you? Are you fucking kidding me right now? Like,
Fuck it, let's do this. More Spanish.
No sé por qué. Un poquito. I only know I know some things.
more than
More
I
than
ever
Josh
thought you
does,
would.
and
Yeah.
his name's Garcia.
Yeah, it's, no fuck.
That's crazy.
I know-
You're fake.
I know.
You're fake as fuck. I stand on business.
Bendejo. That's what I know. Bendejo. If that even means asshole.
Yeah,
It's-
pendejo.
yeah, something.
Pendejo.
Let's see. Jordan MX_5. Sometimes I just wish Josh would just cuddle up with me like a hibernating bear.
That's nice
All
of him.
right.
All right, moving right along. Icky1432, IACCY. Yeah, see, 1432. I took Chuck's advice and stopped at Runnings on the way home from dust off. ... Wow.
What is that? Runnings. Is that the hardware store gas station? I'm guessing.
No.
It's
It's
the-
Target for men.
Target for men.
Yeah.
Where is that?
It's the man store.
Where is it though?
It's somewhere in Connecticut.
It's, like 15
It's not
minutes
far
Thompson.
from Thompson, yeah.
Well, goddamn.
Yeah.
Ed McMuffin, 821. Can I roll up to the donut meet without a cool car?
Yes.
Cool car won't make it 90 miles. 100%.
Do it
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah,
Roll up whatever you
my
want.
cool car. Neither of my cool cars will make it outside of this garage that the donut meet's at.
We can push it. We can push it.
We could carry one.
Yeah. Let's carry it.
Yeah.
I told you about the time.
No.
Actually, it's Joel.
Joe?
Not Joe. It's
Mike?
Devane. Danny's little brother Joel used to have an EF,
Mm-hmm.
and when the bell rang, we were all in shop class, and he used to park outside the big shop door, and we all grabbed a corner of his Civic EF and picked it up and put it parallel, like between two cars, so he couldn't get out. So we could pick it up and bring it outside.
Bullies.
Bullies.
Bully.
Bullies. Well, anyway. Thanks, everyone.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you, everybody in the chat. I think that's going to do it for us this week. We appreciate Cody coming in. Enjoyed talking to him, trying to learn a few things, trying to teach us a few things about what it is.
Super happy I heard everything he had to say.
Game design, video game design. You might, you should listen to it.
Well, I'm gonna have to now.
You might pick up a thing or two.
Too bad it's not being posted till tomorrow. I got a nice ride home.
12 a.m. You'll get to, it'll hit you before. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I could do the YouTube video. That's a cheat code for video games.
As always, please like, comment, and subscribe on our YouTube channel.
Come to the donut meet this weekend.
Yeah,
Donut
don't
meet
be a
this weekend.
bitch.
Hit us up if you need the address. We will tell you and your mother. RevivalMotoring.com. That's where you can sign up for the B for B. The donut shirts that we have will be sold at this donut meet first. If they sell out, they sell out. That's fine. But we will do a pre-order for them if they do sell out here. That's probably what's going to happen anyway, just because we don't have enough in stock to kind of put up there and make it worthwhile. So that is happening. We hope to see you. That's all I got.
Peace.
Be well.
Yeah.
Bye.
Adios. Thanks again.
Hey, thanks.
Bye.
See you later.